Brewers going 1 of 2 against the Chicago Cubs this weekend, stealing a game yesterday, also getting a shutout, a 4-0 win for the Brew Crew. Something to keep an eye for as the Brewers turn the page. Brewers manager Pat Murphy saying after the game that right fielder Sal Frelick will be getting an MRI today after leaving the game at the start of the 4th inning due to left knee discomfort. While we're waiting for the Brewers' starting lineup against the Houston Astros today, he is currently day-to-day, according to ESPN. And the Brew Crew is back in action tonight against the Houston Astros. Tobias Myers is on the mound for Game 1 of 3 in the series. First pitch at 6:40 p.m. with pregame coverage starting at 6, right after Jim, Matt, and Molly, right here on Madison's home of the Milwaukee Brewers, 100.5 ESPN. The Green Bay Packers making some roster news earlier today, releasing wide receiver Tula Griffin. This comes after less than a week, the Packers picking up 2 wide receivers in the NFL draft. Stay up to date on all the green and gold on ESPNWisconsin.com.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
You gotta keep your chill with Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I am savage.
So you're not special.
Jim, if we want to play this game, we can play this game.
And I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's going to swing on Jim. He's a complicated fellow. Oh.
People like me.
I don't think so.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
We're learning a lot about each other.
We got Homer, Matt Hamilton.
Yeah.
We have
Pessimist Molly.
No. Realist.
and then Contrarian.
Total. Yeah.
Jim Rutledge here.
It's Murr.
I'm the problem. It's
Mr.
Could it be possible you guys are the best show in ESPN Wisconsin, the whole state?
Yeah, obviously.
It's possible. Anything's possible.
You're the best.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison. Alongside Matt Hamilton and Molly Brown, here's Jim Rutledge.
It is Jim, Matt, and Molly. We are live from the Everlight Solar Studio. I'm Jim Rutledge alongside Olympic gold medalist Matt Hamilton and the Molly Brown. You can see us on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream, and you can stream the show on the ESPN Wisconsin app. Jim, Matt, and Molly is presented by Coors Light. If the mountains are blue, you know what to do.
And that's crush a Coors Light.
I do have the Power Primetime War Shine behind the glass, and man, it was a weekend of social media or photographs with Aaron Rodgers. Is he married? Is he not? Giannis, is he sticking around? Is he not? A little Rorschach test for Bucks fans as Giannis liked a post from the Milwaukee Bucks, an appreciation post, and you can read that as a goodbye. You can read that as I'm coming back, Leo style from Wolf of Wall Street. But, and then Aaron Rodgers. Is he married? Is he not? Is he wearing a ring? Is he not? But, heck of a weekend. Did you guys have a good time?
I'm going to say his relationship.
The mountains were blue this weekend.
Okay.
Played a little golf. Almost got a hole in one and then managed to absolutely choke on the 2.5 footer coming back for a 2 on a par 3 and took a 3. Natural, normal stuff for me. Just being a loser.
There you go. I did yard work.
Nice.
That's fun. Enjoyed the weather. I missed the Derby. I thought the Derby was on Sunday. Doesn't the Derby seem like a Sunday activity? Like, go to church, get some bagels, and then watch the Derby?
Some bagels.
Why bagels?
Yeah.
That was like my go-to when I was a kid. We would literally go to church on Sundays, go to like the local bagel shop, and then go watch the Packer game. That was like our go-to every Sunday. So
Okay.
it just feels like the Derby should be on a Sunday.
Well, but if it's
I don't disagree.
Yeah.
It's a Kentucky Derby. It's a Kentucky Derby hot brown, right? That's what you'd get after going to church, right?
Kentucky hot brown.
Kentucky hot brown. What's a Kentucky Derby hot brown then?
I feel like
case?
that's what the horses do.
Exactly.
No, I would say
Special.
I watched the Derby. My pick to win, Citizen something.
Citizen Bowl?
Citizen Bowl. It was in front. And
Like the whole race, yeah.
Yeah, but as soon as I saw it was in front, I'm like, I'm not winning. Like, They always come.
There's always a late charge.
Yeah. I didn't know that every single horse was related to Secretariat.
I was going to say, I saw an article about this. Is this like legal? Like, it just seems very dirty. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean,
That's
Yeah.
how animal
They
and horse
find a good
bloodlines
horse,
work.
and then they're like, let's try and make this horse
Yeah, this
as
isn't
many
like-
times as possible.
This isn't like the royal family. Like,
well,
where
it
you have-
is, kind of.
But I mean, like the royal family, it's a detriment for horses and for animals. You want to try to marry the bloodlines to be able to get the best horse. So there's going to be a distribution. For humans,
Yeah, you're
lack
right.
of distribution, like in the royal family, not as good.
Fair, but I mean, when it's the greatest, it's essentially the greatest athlete of all time.
And it's also not direct.
Secretariat.
These are not direct
I mean,
descendants.
it's an animal.
yeah,
I stand by what I said.
but Molly, again, I just want to.
that
It is-
animal
what
was
is-
more dominant than any of the other animals in its
we're all animals.
competition.
All right. We're all mammals.
Yeah, right. Exactly. It is
Okay,
the
so first
most
question.
athletic mammal of all time.
Can I give
First
you
question:
this?
Is Secretariat a female or a male?
Male.
20.
It was male.
So his name's Secretariat because you can watch a movie on this, but the woman who took over, like there was some sort of joke, I believe, that she should be a secretary. Like I think it was the first horse owned by a woman that won any of the Kentucky Derby, let alone the Triple Crown.
Okay.
It won. It still holds the record. Still holds the record for every one of those races, for the fastest race at the Kentucky Derby, fastest at Churchill Downs, fastest at the Preakness, and fastest at what's the other one?
You named the ones that I knew.
So Kentucky Derby,
Those are the only
Preakness,
ones I know.
and God, why do I not know the third one all of a sudden? But whatever the third race is,
Belmont Stakes.
Belmont Stakes.
Belmont.
Yeah, the Secretary owned by a landslide.
Okay.
All of them. Its heart was, I think, 22 pounds. A normal horse's heart is 7. So I mean, this is like Zeus, Greek god horse that you. I mean,
Yeah.
but again, it's not like it's one. I don't think things are. It's all artificial. Like they're not like the horses. I
It's
think
like a
they-
turkey baster.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
And again, I think that now there's so much with animals specifically. There's so much genetic, not engineering, but there's so much you can do. Where like, yeah, it's okay to have distant descendants. Secretariat raced when, like in the 70s. This is 2025, so it's also like multiple layers of.
They must have a
generations.
lot of
It's a horse.
DNA.
It's a horse.
the horse.
It's in the trope. It's a.
Let's
It's a
just
horse.
say after he won the Triple Crown, he was living pretty good for a few years there. He was out there.
He was a
out.
stud.
That's what living good is.
He was
I
a
mean, for
stud.
that horse, I bet he did. I
Like,
bet
what do
he,
you do with it? Is there like, okay, there's obviously for humans.
Have you never heard of the term like putting them out to stud?
I mean, I understand. Yes.
Utilizing the process.
But like, okay, like Jim just said, this horse is from the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, so for humans, there's local places where frozen embryos and
Yes.
things are kept.
No, so
For
that's not what
horses,
this
is
They're
it
not
like a
direct
vet
descendants.
clinic?
No, it's like, okay, that kid is the first son or first like horse from that bloodline. So then if that one has a kid, it's still Secretariat's
Okay,
bloodline.
but
They're
then-
not they don't have like banked away a
Well,
bunch of
they should.
Secretariat DNA. No.
Like Fort Knox.
Yeah, right.
But they
That's
should.
what I'm imagining
No.
Molly thinks. It's like, here is a bank, a literal horse bank full of whatever
And
horse
Secretary
DNA you're looking for.
Secretary just spent its final. So it was born in 1970, died in 1989. Just spent all its years afterwards just.
But isn't
Being a
each
banker.
each
Studded.
new horse that is created, doesn't the DNA of Secretariat get less and less and less
Yes.
and less?
Yes.
Right. That's what I was saying. That's a
Well, then
positive.
that's an issue. Don't
Well-
you want to keep the highness of Secretariat
Well,
alive?
But they're crossbreeding Secretary with other winning horses.
Yeah. So other good
Again,
ones.
it's like dogs. Like you get like your snickerdoodle or all these. Like you're trying to build a
Snickerdoodle?
Is that a real dog? No,
It's like a golden doodle.
golden
It's a cookie.
doodle. Golden doodle.
Like a
Sorry.
snickerdoodle. Half poodle, half Snickers bar.
I'm sure golden doodle. I don't know. This breeding dogs thing is dumb. But like the point is,
Or like
you're
a Shih
breeding.
Tzu and a bulldog.
Yeah. So you're breeding this specific type of horse to try to build this perfect winner
Oh, I'm dying.
or whatever weird
Snickerdoodle
dog.
would be the great name for a racing horse.
Right?
That would be such a good name.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't even blink an eye at it because there was a dog in our family named Snicker. So, like,
But
I
also,
literally
like,
just-
it's honestly sounds like a breed of a dog.
it does.
You can put doodle after just about anything, and you think it's a dog breed.
Yeah. Pit doodle. So, yeah. So, anyways, it's a good thing because you're thinning out. I think if it's too redundant, then you'd have like a deformed horse or something.
I would think so.
Then you'd be
That's
worried
why I
about
was concerned.
the inbreeding side of things.
Yeah.
So it's more of the descendant. It's like a tree with a lot of branches. So Secretariat is the trunk, if you will. His trunk.
Big trunk.
His trunk.
Has a lot of branches.
His heart was 22 pounds heavier.
Imagine how heavy his trunk was.
Yeah, right, exactly.
A lot of junk in that
I'm
trunk.
sorry, his trunk was 22 pounds. Every other horse's trunk was 7 pounds. So there's a big, thick tree that this Secretariat has put out to the world.
Gotcha. Okay.
And we all got to watch it run. Did you watch the Derby?
Just a replay.
I haven't even watched the replay. I thought it was on Sunday.
Well, today is Monday at 4:09, so you could have watched it somewhere between there.
See, the thing with the Derby, so I guess I haven't watched it enough times in the past. Like, is there enough things that they do throughout the broadcast? Like, is there other races
Yes,
during it, or are you
yes.
just watching the literal, like, minute that they
No,
run for?
No. There's
Okay.
other races like all afternoon.
There's the beauty of it is like you could also watch. There's a lot of pomp and circumstance. Rutledge Wood, who we try to get on the show, he does a lot of. They'll make drinks and they'll do interviews and then they'll show people with their big hats and they'll show famous people like Aaron Rodgers, and you kind of get the whole feel of it along with other races. But what we did is that we had pulled the camper back up from my grandparents-in-law, so we set the camper up and I got back and I was like, oh, it's like 5:55. Let's watch. I've Googled the start of the Kentucky Derby. I'm like, it starts at 6:02. Let's just go inside and watch it, and then we'll get on with our day. But you could. It was on all day. Like that was the end of the broadcast. I feel like it's a good 4 or 5 hour broadcast, but I haven't watched a good 4 or 5 hours since like we've done stuff, whether ESPN Madison or down in West Palm Beach as a station around the Kentucky Derby. And those are fun. You can do like mint juleps and the big hats and do a lot of stuff around the Madison area. And some local establishments used to do that. I feel like that's died off. Even though this year the betting for the Kentucky Derby was the most amount of money bet in Kentucky Derby history, beating last year. It goes up. But I think it went up by like
Well,
$29
it's just so
million.
much easier to bet now. With,
Still, but it
apps
still
and
went up
stuff.
like $20 million some dollars
Yeah.
year over year. So I guess that's a good sign for the economy, right? No. So Aaron Rodgers,
Sure.
as we look, I'm grasping what I can. Credit card people are paying the lowest amount on their credit card. They're paying like more than ever. They just pay the bare minimum now. The highest percentage of people paying the bare minimum on their credit card since like COVID.
Nice.
So,
I believe it.
Yeah. So hopefully they weren't taking out credit card charges to place their bets,
I'm
or at
sure
least
somewhere.
they did on. How do you say the horse's name? Do you know who won?
Sovereignty.
Right.
That was correct.
Sovereignty.
Nope, you had it the first time. Do it again.
Sovereignty.
Correct.
That's
Sovereignty
it.
now.
Somebody said in the office, and I don't think it's. I don't think
Someone
it was that.
said sovereignty.
Sovereignty. I think that's how you say it.
Sovereignty is how you say it.
Then how are you going to let me say sovereignty?
Well, sovereignty works too if you're like
Sovereignty
in
is how you say it.
Kentucky.
I thought it was spelled different. I had never seen it spelled. You were trying to say sovereignty?
Somebody
I don't know how to
corrected
say
me
it.
this
Goodness.
weekend when I said it the way we tried to talk about
Oh,
it.
I
when
think we
we
did
didn't-
Sovereignty?
Sovereignty.
That's how like
Sovereignty, like a sovereign nation.
Yes.
I didn't know that's what we were
Sovereignty.
trying to spell.
That's what I literally
Yeah.
said in the pre-show meeting last Friday.
I
Yeah.
wasn't paying
Yeah.
attention.
No,
sorry.
you
And I
weren't.
think you said it when you picked him too.
I did.
Yeah. Sovereignty. Okay, that's good to know.
So what were you saying?
Sovereignty.
Well, that's what Ryan said last week too. So
Or
I'm gonna.
sovereignty.
You were,
I
you
don't
were
know what I
taking
said.
like sovereign and serenity and putting them together.
because that's what the word looks like.
So it's just like serene independence.
Yes.
That's exactly what it is.
Exactly. So I'm curious. Like I said, I haven't followed the Kentucky Derby too closely over the years.
Was it like baseball to you?
No, it's probably more exciting than baseball because at least it's like, oh, who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? But
It only takes 2 minutes.
Yeah.
exactly.
Efficient.
I was trying to make a joke, but
Yeah.
I couldn't.
Yeah.
But
Thank
no,
you.
do some of these horses race again next year, or are they pretty much capped out once they do it one time?
Usually once.
Okay.
I think it's pretty rare for them to race in the Kentucky Derby twice.
That's
the
crazy.
owners and the riders remain very much the same.
Yeah, I knew
But-
that.
But I think it's a very specific, and that's why it's such a big
I feel
deal.
like
Because
some horses do it, but it's not very common.
I would assume some do, but like
Yeah.
the rareness of being able to run in this thing,
Right.
just in general, is part of the draw for it. Because again, the age of like, there's a specific age that these horses are best to run at.
They're like
and,
2 to 4 or something. I think is the
yeah, and then they
sweet
actually
spot.
qualify and hit it, and like it is pretty unique to be a part of it. And I've definitely just like now I'll watch. Now I don't know if Belmont or Preakness comes next, but whichever one comes next, I'll watch. And if Sovereignty loses, then I'm out. Like, I won't watch the third one.
Okay.
But if they're going for the Triple Crown, I'm in.
Sovereignty.
Sovereignty.
I was gonna say-
Sovereignty. Sovereignty.
You keep adding tree at the
I
end.
did sovereignty.
I was thinking about the big
Now
trunk.
I'm all messing up. I'm all messed up.
Sovereignty.
Sovereignty.
Yes, I had to make a note.
Yes.
Now I know.
If that horse loses, I'm out. I won't watch for the Triple Crown.
But
But I'll at least watch the next one.
Jim, at least, at nothing else, you are true to your word because you have said multiple times you like to watch greatness.
Yes.
So, like, when I was actively rooting against the Chiefs to do something great, three-peat a Super Bowl, you were like, that's bad taste. And
Chiefs
I appreciate
win.
that. At least you stuck to your guns. Like, you still believe cheering for greatness.
Like, for an example, the Warriors won.
Well, see,
and-
here's the thing.
and I
I
wanna
am
see
a
what
big
happens to them.
Secretariat fan. Like, I don't want Secretary's record matched. So
Well, that's
I
been
would
matched
cheer
plenty of
against
times. But that's
sovereignty.
been matched. That's been matched many times.
Yeah, I know. I hate it.
Like, there's nothing this horse could do to already not to knock out Secretariat.
Yeah, I know.
This was a muddy race. My goodness. Like, wow.
You really just did not check
I
in
did
at all.
not watch anything.
Their father was a mutter.
Yeah.
Their mother was a mutter.
I was going to reference
That's a
it when
deep cut.
when I was around my wife for this weekend, and I was like, she's not going to get this.
Oh,
I
they
didn't
love
get it.
slop. Just eat it up.
Love slop?
It's a Seinfeld bit.
Oh.
Kramer's betting on a horse, and he's saying how this horse that he's betting on loves running in the mud.
Mother was a
mutter.
mother.
His father was a mutter. He loves eating slop.
Gotcha. Okay.
He wins. He was
So,
right.
Before we go to break here, there's two different bits of social media that have been making the rounds that have Wisconsin ties, and I think we could talk about them on the show. And one of them, TMZ, I guess I don't know if they were the first to pick it up, but here's the TMZ post. Aaron Rodgers is wearing a new ring out. No, he didn't win a Super Bowl this past season. It's actually a simple band on that finger. And not his middle finger, because you could expect Aaron Rodgers just showing at people because he's a turd. But that's not what he was doing. And I believe, was it about his last appearance on the Pat McAfee show? He referenced he had a girl,
serious relationship.
serious relationship.
I'm in a serious
and then he's out
relationship.
with a ring. And, like, I hope he's married. I hope he's happy. But if he's...
Might be a promise ring.
So this is the thing. And Pat McAfee made a joke of... like maybe maybe he's engaged and not married, and maybe she proposed to him, put a ring on it. I don't know, but I would say this: if he is not, I guess at least engaged, but if he's not married, and he's wearing a ring on that finger. What are you doing? You can't defend it. You just can't.
No, I can't. I mean, it's a promise ring.
That's still not great. He is a
Do you think it's
41-year-old man.
Is it a promise ring from Mike Tomlin? Is that a Mike Tomlin
Yeah,
ring?
maybe it's from Mike Tomlin.
I promised I'll sign you. That promise would go the other way. The Steelers are waiting on his promise.
So
right.
have we seen Mike Tomlin's left hand recently?
He's married, so I would imagine it's.
Maybe he's got two rings. Oh, Mike, two rings.
He does have two rings.
So we
If
got-
he likes it, then he better put a ring
So
on
do we
it.
think? Do we think Aaron Rodgers is married or what?
So actually, I was thinking about this. So my cousin was this religion where it's like Greek Orthodox, I believe. And it's interesting because you actually wear the ring on the opposite hand. So like when you are engaged, and maybe it's different for a guy, I don't know. When you're engaged, you wear it on the left hand, left ring finger. But then when you actually get married, you switch it to your right. What if he's that? What if there's that aspect to it?
Well, then again,
Then
if
he's engaged.
Well, that's fine too. At least if there's, I didn't know he's Greek. If he's Greek Orthodox and
I'm not
that's
saying
part
he
of
is.
it,
I have no idea.
then that's fine.
His fiance or wife or girlfriend could be.
That's what I'm saying. That's fine then. If that's the case, then obviously,
Yeah.
If that's the custom, lean into it.
Which apparently her name is Brittany. Do we know what she looks like?
Does not sound like a Greek name.
No. You don't have to be Greek to be Greek Orthodox.
I mean, if you're Greek Orthodox, you probably have pretty strong Greek ties.
Her family could be Greek Orthodox, and she carries
Right,
it
but then I
through.
don't think they named their daughter Brittany.
I don't know. I
Fair.
have
I'm
no
just doing
idea.
context
Yeah,
clues here.
yeah.
I have no idea how serious the Greek
More
Orthodox
Mormon
religion
than
is.
Greek Orthodox.
All you have to do is say Orthodox,
Okay,
and
fair.
then you can figure out how serious it is.
I'm in a serious relationship.
If Matt's in gold medal Orthodox, and be like, that's pretty serious. I don't know what it means, but it's serious.
sounds legit.
Yeah.
Schuster Orthodox. Team
Right.
Schuster Orthodox.
I'm trying to do some investigating on some of these gossip websites, you
All right,
guys, trying to
aside
figure out
from
who
that,
Brittany
then
is.
the other bit here is Giannis, and so what? The Milwaukee Bucks posted something on Instagram, like a picture of Giannis in a Cream City.
No, so this was Giannis who posted this on his own Instagram.
Oh, so then he liked his own post.
So then what happened was that the Bucks screenshot it and posted it on Twitter. as a post. Just
Gotcha.
they didn't, no context. They just screenshotted his Instagram post and put it on their Twitter page, and then he liked their
Gotcha.
tweet.
Now, I would say this. The second part is wildly insignificant. People understand that the social media team for any team has no idea what is happening whatsoever with the organization, good or bad. Like, we all agree on that.
Yes.
As someone who runs a social media account, I vehemently disagree with you, Jim.
And then also, Giannis liking a post that the team screenshotted and then put up there. So Giannis liked his own post. He just liked it through the Bucks. Yeah. So he could just like the fact that the Bucks took his post.
And this was posted on their X?
Possibly.
What?
Yes, this is about Sunday night, probably
Okay.
around 8 p.m.-ish. He posted it himself on Instagram probably around 7 p.m. last
Yep.
night.
Okay.
So there's that.
So you can read into it either way you want, really, with what this means for
It's a
Giannis.
Rorschach test for Bucks fans. Does that mean that did Giannis post a goodbye and the Bucks just copy and paste it and put it on theirs, and then Giannis liked it just to maybe quell rumors? Or is there some sort of...
If Giannis is like me, if you post a picture of me and post it and tag me, I'm going to like it. Most likely. So he just did it because it's probably habit.
Giannis, that's campo.
I think this whole thing is contrived.
I don't think he's playing this whole, like, game right now. Like, I think...
He's not playing a game.
He
He
knows
posted a
what he
cryptic
did.
photo.
He knows what he did. The like, I wouldn't overthink the like. You just got to think of what Giannis posted this cryptic photo. Who cares that the Milwaukee Bucks screenshot it, then he liked it. That seems like a nothing burger. The fact that he posted this photo like this makes me think not so good thoughts about Giannis's future.
And let's get to that on the other side. 844-770-3776. That's the Cardinals Talking text line. This is more. I guess the Rorschach test here, we'll start here with fans, is basically, do you think Giannis post, is it a nothing burger? Is it a sign of him leaving, or is it a sign of him coming back? And DP in Madison chimes in, to race in the Kentucky Derby requires the horse be 3 years old, so they only run once.
Gotcha.
And that's what I thought the case was, but I wasn't going to die on that hill, so when you said maybe they run it twice.
Yeah, I wasn't totally sure.
I knew it was – I've never heard of it, but I didn't want to say never. So thank you, DP and Madison, for that little bit. Look, Giannis is trying to get another ring. If you need to get a ring for your significant other or for yourself, like Aaron Rodgers got maybe for himself, maybe from a significant other, maybe for a significant other, you can go to Chalmers Jewelers in Madison or in Middleton. They are Madison's custom jeweler. They are Madison's family-owned jeweler. Chalmers Jewelers in Madison and in Middleton. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
It was similar to this sandwich that's popular down there called a Kentucky Hot Brown, which is turkey covered with basically all that stuff. Look.
Appetizing.
I'm Googling it right now as we speak. You're really selling Kentucky.
Wait, you're Googling Kentucky Hot Brown right now on your work computer?
It actually looks pretty good. I'm not going to lie.
So again,
I don't know what it is. Hollandaise?
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Look, we all know that as we age, our bodies change. But Carbon World Health can help. They have a process of testosterone replacement therapy that includes a diagnostic exam and blood tests to assess your hormone levels to make sure that they are optimal for you, not optimal for your age. Carbon World Health can help you increase your energy, focus, and overall health with their approach to hormone therapy. It's all about quality of life for you. Learn more at carbonworldhealth.com.
Hey, Matt Hamilton here to tell you about the delicious Odyssey Brands, a family-owned company crafting award-winning cheese right here in Wisconsin for over 4 generations. Made with locally sourced milk, Odyssey brings bold, Greek-style flavors straight to your table. From savory, crumbly feta to rich and creamy Greek yogurt, every bite is a taste of tradition and quality. You can find Odyssey products at most major retailers nationwide and online. Odyssey, crafted in Wisconsin, loved everywhere, dairy done right.
Live the high life and get into the nitty-gritty, home of the award-winning Gritty Burger and Madison's official birthday place. Enjoy a full menu including sandwiches, specialty burgers, wraps, salads, and weekend brunch. With the family-friendly environment, it's a great place to watch the big game. Plus, they've got Miller High Life Power Hour specials daily. Located in downtown Madison, Middleton, and Sun Prairie. The nitty-gritty, a tradition since 1968. Also enjoy high life at Bar Coralini, Paradise Lounge, and Jordan's Big Ten Pub.
Hi,
Dave from Canopy Wealth Management here. Our balanced approach helps guide you through a complex and ever-changing landscape. Throughout your family's financial planning journey, we will serve as a partner, advocate, and steward in all aspects to help you achieve your goals with confidence. At Canopy, care, competence, and clarity, it's not just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started today. That's canopy-wealth.com.
Veterans of Foreign Wars Wisconsin recently upgraded their document imaging technology from James Imaging Systems. Adam Wallace, VFW State Adjutant.
Our representative ensured that we had what was right for us, for our needs, and for our budget, and I thought it was a very good interaction.
That's a good thing to have James Imaging Systems as your local business technology partner?
Absolutely. We want people that are going to support what we want to do in supporting veterans, and if that means spending less on our imaging and technology costs, that's more that we can spend on our programs.
And that's a really good thing. Adam, any advice to other businesses out there?
I would say to go with James Imaging.
Because?
Because they are a partner and they give great customer service and the prices are right.
Great document imaging technology, great service, great value. From James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Call 608-221-3457 or visit jamesimaging.com.
ESPN Madison and Zimbrick Honda are celebrating the area's best high school sports stories with the Game Changers of the Month. Follow ESPN Madison on social media to see the teams recognized for making a positive impact in the community. It's the Game Changers of the Month, presented by Zimbrick Honda.
Oh my gosh, Allie, did you look at Janet's roof? Ugh, it's like so flat. It looks like one of those roofing contractor commercials. Who even understands those roofing guys anyways?
I like flat roofs and I cannot lie. You other contractors can't deny. TPO way up high. I'm hooked and I can't stop staring.
If you want a roof that's worth staring at, Avondale Roofing is where you go. Your roofing experts for over 30 years. AvondaleRoofing.com. All day, every day. The Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you. 844-770-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions, securing homes and businesses in the Madison area since 1987.
Man, I got this swag. My head not to my bag. You know I'm popping tag. But man, I got this swag. Man, I got this swag. My head not to my bag. You know I'm popping tag. But man, I got this swag when I serve.
You guys know I love my Zoa energy. I have my twins that are now 5 months old and a 2-year-old toddler, so I need all the energy that I can get. And Zoa gives me that perfect boost without the crash that comes with other energy drinks. And it has natural ingredients like caffeine from green coffee and green tea, which fuels both my workouts and my busy work days. Pick up some Zoa for yourself. Head over to zoaenergy.com to learn more.
Which social media rumor do you believe the most? Rodgers is married or Giannis is coming back to the Bucks? 844-770-3776. That's a Carbless Talking text line. List is more. So our Saturday Limited poll question, which social media rumor do you believe more? Rodgers married or Giannis back to the Bucks? I'm Jim Rutledge.
That's a wild question.
I'm in a serious relationship.
I'm Jim Rutledge alongside Matt Hamilton and Molly Brown. We're in the Everlight Solar Studio. We are presented by Coors Light. You can see us on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. Chrissy Birdsall in the studio with us as well. Primetime Watershine behind the glass, so you can chime in on that question. Which social media rumor do you believe more? Rodgers married or Giannis back? TJ from the road says Giannis is gonzies.
Yeah.
See, how do you pick that up? Because when I first saw it, I thought it was like a
His
because it
head's
says
down.
win for Cream City
Yeah.
on his shirt. That's the biggest part of the photo.
Yep.
And then I feel like he's giving a salute, like aye, Captain. I'm gonna win it for Cream City. That's how I took
So
it.
Ryan, is this up on the? I know
This
you
is
have
on the ESPN Madison YouTube page as well, yes.
Yeah, so he just posted on the ESPN Madison YouTube page. So there's the prayer emojis, and then is it like a
also known as thank you
emoji? But then what's the other one? Like a salute?
Yeah, it's a salute.
See, those emojis get me a little nervous.
Thank thank you, Milwaukee.
Salute,
See
Milwaukee.
you later.
Like a salute to you,
That
Milwaukee.
was the first. Plus the head down part too. Like,
But it says win for Cream City.
I know
He did.
but he's standing. He already won for Cream City, and This is a very humble posture in this photo, right? Like,
Yeah.
he's that's like, thank you very much. I'm out.
If I'm coming back, like, arms
Yeah,
up.
maybe the
But,
two
but
hands.
he doesn't want to be too like, I'm coming back, baby.
But why
he didn't
not?
want to be like
he's
that.
already
Let's
getting
go.
paid regardless next year or not. Like, it's not a contract thing.
Because he wanted to have a little bit of drama. He wants fans. He wants people to
So
get.
he found Aaron Rodgers' playbook and
for
decided
sure.
he was going to dive in a little.
That's the hill I'm dying on. Yep.
I like that, Molly.
It's
I love the controversial take. I love where your head's at right now.
It's the one she needs to justify her wild optimism. Carter chimes in. Giannis is coming back. Aaron married himself. So we're asking you a side limited poll question.
That I would buy.
Which social media
He would
rumor?
never get divorced.
Which social media rumor do you believe more? Rodgers is married because he was photographed with a ring on his ring finger, which to me that's less than a rumor. Like, kind of psychotic to have a ring on your ring finger out and about. Otherwise. Or
if he had a bunch of rings on, I
That'd be
could buy
different.
that.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
there's only one ring on that hand.
A bunch of rings. Oh,
Like,
I mean,
you can put literally on every
fashion
finger,
ones.
right?
Well, I was going
Like-
to say he only has one Super Bowl, so it's not like there's like multiple rings for him to
you
wear.
get
Like
MVP
a cool
rings?
guy.
Football players can wear other rings, not just wedding rings and not just Super Bowl rings.
He could be dressing up as a pirate, have a lot of rings on.
Right. He could be doing his best Jack Sparrow.
He's doing his best Tom Brady impersonation.
There you go.
Buccaneers.
There you go. Did you guys see the Pack Sparrow? The Pack Sparrow that was at the NFL draft? I saw the guy in real life. It was crazy. He was like fully Packer, but he was Jack Sparrow.
Oh,
okay, I didn't know what you. I did not
Pack
understand
Sparrow.
the word.
Okay.
But you said it like it's a thing.
It is. Look it up. Ryan will find it.
But like it's one person.
I know what she's talking about because I'm incessantly on Packers Twitter. I don't think people who like the 90% of people who aren't.
So could
I
someone?
know. I didn't even know it was a thing. I was walking behind him at the draft. Like
Oh, so
I was
you saw him
walking
in
on the
person.
sidewalk, and he was in front of me, and I was like, "That is so cool."
Well, that's even less reason why more people should know about it. Then, if
I
if
suppose.
you saw it in person, not everyone else experienced the draft the way you
Can
did.
you please describe Pack Sparrow?
Looks like
Captain
Jack.
Pack Sparrow.
Looks like Captain Jack Sparrow, but like Packers themed.
And
You
that
know what
means
Jack-
what? Yeah, I know who
Um,
Captain Jack Sparrow is.
I mean, I'm trying to remember what all he was wearing.
It doesn't mean
This was a
anything. It
while
means you
ago.
got a wild Packer fan that is like, I got a fun idea.
He's got like cheese rings, or is it like a cheese head?
Well, it's probably
pirate
just
hat?
green instead of black and yellow instead of the white pirate shirt.
I gotta find it,
All
you
right,
guys.
we
You
can't
can't
just
just
say
Google.
Pat-
You can't just Google Pack Sparrow
You
because
can't
nothing
just
comes up.
imagine Jack
comes up with
Sparrow as
like-
like a Packer fan.
I need more details. But to the point of, if you can't Google Pack Sparrow and something come up,
Oh,
then we
here
need
it
to
is.
provide context.
Here it is. All right. Ooh,
Maybe
it looks
send it to
kind
Ryan
of.
so you can share it
It
on
looks
the
a little
YouTube stream at
creepy.
some point.
But I'll show you
Now
guys.
use your dazzling details.
That guy just looks homeless.
Oh, come on.
Well, he has a moldy cheese head. No, but it was cool though.
His teeth are suspect.
Yeah, but yeah, pretty cool.
And then nasty dreads.
That's fun. That's a fun little take on if you want to set yourself apart
Can I
from
ask you a
Packer
question?
fans.
Did he have a smell?
No,
Okay.
no. He was in character.
Well, pirates.
Just like when you're walking around the street in
I would imagine
Vegas.
pirates stink.
Yeah, but he's probably not. He's what's it called? When actors
Character
go
actor?
Character actor. Yeah.
He looks like someone who stinks.
Yeah. He's just going for it. He's just diving into the event. It's like one of those people who I want to be noticed.
Can I also go?
But
what's the?
I'm just a fan.
What's the? Why?
That's why he does it.
But I mean,
I want to
why
be
does the guy-
noticed, but I'm just a fan.
And
Like,
why Jack Sparrow and the Packers?
well, I
think
mean,
it's just
Jack
something
and
fun.
Pack is close, like rhymes.
I also think it's a character that
So it's a play
everybody
on
knows
words.
who Jack Sparrow is.
Yeah.
That like it's just
So
fun.
now we just like.
Well, there's that guy that dresses up as like the frozen tundra thing. That's
But that's
fun.
frozen tundra. Green
So?
Bay Packers.
Yeah, if this was a Buccaneers fan, this would make sense.
Yes. I think this is a guy who likes pirates. It's like, I guess I'll just go cheese now.
It's not even cheese. It's like
No,
brown cheese.
there's the pun in there. It's Captain Pack Sparrow. It's
Pack
instead
Jack.
of Jack. It's like
Is
that's the fun of it. That's,
Pun. It's just changing one letter.
Yeah,
It's not fun.
to your team. It's
Really,
fun.
let's think of like a Bears one for Jack Sparrow.
It would be dumb.
We got to think about it. But then Jim would be like, "Oh, that's so cool."
No, it's dumb. There's no pirates in the NFC North.
There's no bears in Chicago.
There used to be ones
But
in
it's the Bear
At
and
the
Bull
zoo?
Market.
It's a what?
It's the Bear and Bull Market.
What's that mean?
Bear Market,
So they sold
bad. Bull
bears
Market,
and
good.
bulls?
The Stock
Gotcha.
Exchange in Chicago.
Gotcha.
That's why they named the bears the bears?
You can justify it with that. The Bear and Bull
Like-
Market.
Okay, so yeah, if you had some dude dressed up in like bears orange and blue, but like looked like he was on Wall Street, you'd be like, oh, that's good, that's clever.
Probably not.
Oh, okay.
Like, I mean,
It
I'm
had
not
more
one.
relevance than Pac Sparrow, but I was trying to set you up to be like, yeah, that makes sense.
No,
That's fair.
I feel like fans
Jim just doesn't want fans to have fun. Wear your quarter zip like everyone else and enjoy the game in silence.
No, I'm just saying that you don't like do something.
Don't spill mustard on me.
Or like wear a bear's. Like there's people that guy dresses up like a bear. There's
Yeah.
people that wear cheese
the
heads
Ditka outfit.
or the Ditka outfit. People go to Packer games.
My
and they wear.
dad literally took a picture with a guy who was like cosplaying as Vince Lombardi. I think it was the guy from the movie.
But that one is
That
fine.
new one coming up.
That one's
or not
fine.
coming up, but that came out the
Green
the
and Gold.
farm one.
Oh,
Yeah,
that one, yeah.
I think that actor who played Lombardi was like walking around the draft. My dad got a photo with him. He was very excited. I'm like, "Who's that, Dad?" He's like, "It's Vince Lombardi." I'm like, "No, Vince is passed. That is some guy." He's like, "Oh no. Let me explain." So then, yeah,
Gotcha.
it makes sense, Dad. But like, come on, you can't just send like an uncaptioned photo of you and some random older guy who's like going hard in the costume.
Do we have this poster of Pac Sparrow on there? Because this guy's lived a life.
Pac Sparrow is now on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. Yes.
Pac Sparrow's got a.
It's a very grainy
Yeah,
photo, I will say.
he's seen some NFC Championship game collapses. You can tell. He watched that. That's a captain that went down with his ship, and he's still riding that Packer boat right now.
I love how he has like all the tchotchkes on his cheese head too.
Yeah.
Like it's literally like it looks like the Office Space. Where's all the razzle on their vests at the
Flair.
all the
Yeah.
flair at the knockoff Applebee's
Yep.
restaurant. That's what he-
Tchotchkes? I forgot is that the name of their bar? Is it Tchotchkes? I can't remember.
Probably.
But again, Lombardi, make a ton of sense.
Yeah.
Complete sense. Do your thing. You want to dress up as a Acme Packer? Fine. It's not your thing. You're not the Pirates.
It's just a pun, and he ran with it.
I don't want him to be a pirate.
Were there
This is-
pirates on Lake Michigan?
I think Jim's just afraid of pirates.
No,
We
I
all
just
should be.
don't like stupid things. This is Jim Matt Mob, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Since J&K Security Solutions opened in 1987, our attention to detail and customer service have been our strongest assets. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. We'll always do our best to find the most efficient and cost-effective solution to every job we tackle. Whether it's security for your home or business, installing video surveillance, or being able to control your garage doors from your phone, we can help you feel empowered with simple and user-friendly technology. Let's work together to secure your home or business. jksecurity.com.
Hi, I'm Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited. Siding Unlimited is the proven exteriors professionals for 31 years. Family owned and locally operated right here in Wisconsin. National and local awards proving Siding Unlimited will deliver peace of mind. Looking for inspiration to replace your windows, roofing, siding, and doors? Stop by our amazing showroom at 2018 South Stoughton Road in Madison. And definitely check out sidingunlimited.com. We are Siding Unlimited.
Madison's financial challenges need a Dane County-based bank. Starion Bank is a full-service community bank that delivers quality big bank services with a local approach. We are proud to be there for any budding entrepreneur or small businesses, helping them exceed their financial goals from banking to lending to cash management. Visit a banker at one of our convenient branches in Middleton, Monona, or Sun Prairie. Starion Bank, taking you farther.
How much does it cost to talk to Gruber Law Offices after a serious accident? It's free. Yes, free, as in it won't cost you anything to speak with us. There's never a fee until we win your case. Gruber Law Offices. One call, That's all.
Looking to join an international quality golf club right here in Madison? Discover TPC Wisconsin, an instant classic in the heart of the Midwest. With a course co-designed by Steve Stricker and PGA Tour Designs, it's the 13th and newest TPC Network golf club in the world. Other high-quality amenities include a short game practice area, athletic performance center, and meeting and dining facilities, plus membership benefits that reach around the globe. Schedule a tour at tpcwisconsin.com and start your journey to a lifetime of priceless golf.
Big winners are wanted this May at Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison, so saddle up and ride on in for the biggest prizes in town. It's all fixing to start at high noon on Saturday, May 31st. 30 winners will each be selected to collect a $1,000 prize. And that same afternoon, 3 more of our most wanted will each wrangle a $10,000 cash prize. That's $60,000 paid out in one day. Get your share of the bounty this May at
Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that a lot of life's firsts are better with help from American Family Insurance. Like your first home expansion, or your first big lightning strike. There's a first for everything. Get the right home policy at the right price with the right help from American Family's agents. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
If you're looking for a special piece of jewelry for any occasion, Condon Jewelers is always there for you. Condon Jewelers has the best selection of jewelry you'll ever find and guaranteed to have the lowest prices in the Madison area. Free shipping is always available. Visit CondonJeweler.com or call 241-3406 and ask for Jim, the owner, who's at the store every day. Shop locally. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
Waiting to see a general surgeon? With Stoughton Health, it's always easy access, with most appointments within a week. And with over 160 insurances accepted, you're covered and in good hands. For more information, visit StoughtonHealth.com. Stoughton Health, creating excellence together.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Metro Kia Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
I hate it here sometimes. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly. We are presented by Coors Light. If the mountains are blue, you know what to do. Yar! And that's crush a Coors Light.
That's some booty, Matt.
Yeah. That's Molly Brown and Matt Hamilton. They are Pack Sparrow fans, apparently.
Big Pack Sparrow fans right now.
Love me some Pack.
Primetime Laura Shine behind the glass. Chrissy Birdsall in the Everlight Solar Studio with us as well. Moving on from that ridiculousness, getting back to other ridiculousness, which was our Siding Unlimited poll question. You can chime in 844-770-3776. This is more. We're asking you, which social media rumor do you believe the most? Giannis is back with the Bucks, or Aaron Rodgers is married/engaged? Right now, 80% of fans say Rodgers married/engaged, which makes sense because he has a ring on his ring finger where you would normally wear a wedding band.
And Giannis posted a goodbye photo. We're interpreting it as, he might be back.
At best, he just posted a photo.
Yeah.
And everyone had to run with it.
Yep.
It would actually honestly have been better. Maybe he sent it to the Bucks, but if the Bucks screenshot it and put it on Twitter, that's kind of sad. If
That's what I thought.
Giannis, just DM it to him. But instead of we could have screenshotted it and put it up there too. But regardless,
well, we screenshotted Milwaukee's one, so it's a screenshot of a screenshot. We had an Inception post.
It's like a copy of a copy.
It was.
So this whole Giannis off seasons, there's going to be a lot of this, and Ryan might be the most on the internet person on the show.
Honestly, Jim, you and I were close.
But I don't use TikTok. I don't use Instagram. Facebook's not on my phone, so I've pulled them back. I'm down to basically Twitter and YouTube.
It's you, Ryan.
I'm exclusively on those platforms too.
Okay, well, you know something about this Laurel or Yanni thing that I don't quite understand, but I think the easiest way we can explain it to our listeners is that it's an audio version of the old blue or gold dress that you'd see on social. And right now, we're in this silly season with Giannis until something is fully defined of glass half full. He's coming back. Glass half empty. He's leaving. So it's a little bit of this sort of, is it nothing? Is it something? What is it? Rorschach test for fans. So, Ryan, Laurel or Yanni, do you have the audio for this?
So I will play a little bit of context. This because I'm so on YouTube. I also found a nice video on YouTube to explain this for us from ASAP Science. This was 6 years ago, by the way. Very, very official account, in case you guys were wondering. This is a little description of what the Laurel or Yanni controversy was back on Twitter in 2019.
Do you hear Yanni?
Laurel. Laurel.
Or Laurel?
Laurel. Laurel.
A recent Twitter poll found that 47% of people hear Yanni, while 53% hear Laurel.
So I hear Yanni.
What?
You
No, you don't.
No,
you don't.
Yeah,
No
I hear
way.
100% Yanni.
No way.
No,
I heard Laurel, even when he's like, first you can hear Yanni, and then it goes Laurel.
Laurel.
Yanni.
Laurel.
Laurel.
Well, now you say Laurel, I hear Laurel. When they
Right.
first played it through, I heard Yanni.
I do not hear Yanni one bit.
Okay, let me play it. Let me start it again and make sure he just wasn't saying Yanni to start. Like, let's hear, like, Jim, tell us when you hear Yanni the first time.
Do you hear Yanni?
Laurel. Laurel.
So those final two ones, what is he
So,
saying?
because here's the weird thing. The first time I Will Die on a Hill, I heard Yanni. After these two said Laurel, now I only hear Laurel.
Laurel.
That is so weird.
Yeah, I don't hear Yanni.
Really?
But initially, I heard Yanni all the way through.
Really?
But I heard him say Yanni, and then Yanni was in my head, so I heard him say it the other two times. These two say Laurel, and now my brain is clouded with Laurel.
Part of me doesn't believe Jim right
Swear
now.
to
No,
God.
I believe him because he right away he said Yanni before we even
This
said
is
that we
not
heard
the
Laurel.
kind
did.
of game he would like to play.
No,
anyway.
it isn't, which is why that's why I'm stupefied right now. Because honestly, this is not something Jim would like at all.
That is crazy. Crazy.
So I guess we have to ask you, 844-770-3776. Carl was talking text line. List is more, did you hear Laurel or did you hear Yanni?
Yeah.
And because that was the thing. When I heard Yanni the first time, the other two times, I'm like, I wanted to confirm it was Yanni and not. I had written it down like a little bit more like Giannis instead of like
Yanni.
Yanni. So then I was not hearing that. So that's what drew my attention even more to it, to hear it like that. I did not hear Laurel the first time through. When both of you said Laurel, you can't play it back. It's muddled. When you played it back for me, it's muddled, but Laurel is what comes through.
Okay.
That's so crazy.
Wow, that's.
But the first time through was clean Yanni.
Okay.
You probably saw the gold and white dress too, didn't you?
No, I feel like I was with the
blue and
He was
black.
the Blues. He was
Yeah.
part of the Blues, yeah.
It was blue and black.
I saw both, but definitely more so blue. and
Okay, well,
black.
to bring it back to the Giannis conversation, the reason I wanted to bring this up was because, like Jim said, it's the Rorschach test with Giannis this offseason, and it made me think of Laurel or Yanni. Bringing back to the IG post from Giannis the other day, and I went back and saw
So
some
you
of the...
think we're gonna trade Yanni for Laurel?
Oh, clearly. Is that a fleecing or is that a broken trade? Is that a Luka trade?
That's a Luka trade.
Okay.
Laurel
okay.
does not have what Yanni's got.
So, guys, why don't we hear Big Voice quickly, and we'll get into it with the Giannis Laurel versus Yanni test since the Bucks have lost in the playoffs.
Will Giannis stay or will he go?
Should I stay or should I go?
Time to play. Is it Laurel or Yanni?
So, guys, we're going to ask, is it Laurel
Laurel.
or Yanni?
Laurel.
So, we'll start with the IG post from Giannis last night because that's what we've been talking about so far. When you see this IG post for the first time, Matt Hamilton, your reaction was Laurel?
Laurel.
Which means what?
Laurel means Giannis is gone. He's
Yes.
leaving. Laurel
Yes.
means leaving.
I saw that post and I was like, Laurel.
Okay, so then Molly, but when you first heard it, you heard Yanni.
Laurel.
Which means he's staying, correct?
I just heard Laurel, but yes, I heard Yanni when I saw the post.
Okay. All right, so we'll go through some other recent Giannis developments since the Bucks have lost in the playoffs, and we'll decide whether they're Laurel or Yanni.
Laurel.
So, guys, first off, quickly after the Bucks were eliminated from the playoffs, Giannis and his wife Maria gave birth to their fourth child. Mariah.
Yes.
Oh, wow, I can't read. That's almost as bad as sovereignty.
Close.
Giannis and his wife Mariah gave birth to their fourth child. So I asked, guys, do you think this is Laurel or Yanni?
Laurel.
Molly, you first.
Wait, what?
It means nothing is the point, but do you think it means that Giannis is staying or going?
Oh, yeah. staying now.
Staying now?
Yeah.
Yes, he has a family built here. He's got all sorts of roots. He's a tree. He's a trunk.
That's
We've talked
Yanni.
about it. He is a trunk. He is staying here. The
He has
roots
put
are in
down
Milwaukee.
roots, yeah.
I love that Molly
He's
puts
got
down
branches.
I love how Molly puts
4
down like
branches?
normal human being restrictions on moving. Of like, I got a family. Like Giannis, the family's fine. They probably in private tutoring anyways, and like they don't.
Okay, 100%. But I'm just trying to convince myself.
Yeah, but I
You had to pick one or the other, right?
But
Although
I'm just
here's
saying-
the funny thing is, like, I actually want him to leave because I think for the best thing for him is going to be leaving and going to a better place. It's going to have more success in the short term. But I'm just all the signs are pointing to he's staying. He's comfortable being in Milwaukee.
All of them.
I want him to leave just for all of the self-righteous Bucks fans who like are dying on this hill like they have any idea. Nobody really knows what Giannis wants to do, but there is this large collection of Bucks Twitter that acts like they do know what Giannis
I think I know what
do.
Giannis wants to do.
And it's
Giannis wants to stay in Milwaukee, but he also wants to win. But since that can't
Right.
happen, he's going to just choose to
but
win.
there is a section of Bucks fans on Twitter like, oh, stupid national media folks think they know what Giannis is going to do. He wants to leave, and then it'll be like, Giannis is built different. He's going to stay. What do you know? Like you just want it to be true. It's so dumb. So
Also,
part
what
of
does built different mean?
it just means we want him to stay because I actually hate built different because it
he's
implies
not, like fueled by money. He wants to.
He's
fueled by like what's
What?
the word?
Loyalty.
Loyalty.
He's fueled by wanting to win. I hate built different because it implies that somehow it's a flaw if he does want to leave and go win somewhere.
It's not.
I agree with you. But
Yeah.
when you say built different, you are setting up context that implies that there's some sort of flaw with him that he wants to leave. Also, oh, by the way, most of these guys in the NBA leaving are not leaving for money. They are leaving for the opportunity to go win. A lot of
Ring
times,
chasers.
when you when you go chase that ring,
I'm not saying it's bad.
but
I'm
you
just saying.
leave money on the table a lot of times because the biggest dollars to be made are often with the team that you start with.
See, so here's the thing, too. If he goes somewhere to win another ring, is one more ring worth it? Because it's like, I think we can all agree he's not breaking any records. He's not going to be getting 6 rings. Like,
Worth
he's not
what?
going to be getting that.
Yeah, what worth what?
Worth leaving. Like,
Him winning one more ring, is it worth him leaving
yeah, I'm
Milwaukee?
just
you're
asking. I'm
asking?
not saying
For
it
him?
is or it isn't. I'm just curious. Like,
But what
is
about
that going to
competing
do
for
it?
multiple ones? Like instead of going from a 6 seed that's got no chance to win a title, let's say you go to Houston and then you're always a team that's at least winning 2 rounds in the playoffs, competing for a title. Like that's just more enjoyable.
Fair. It's fair to get at least 1 round farther than what you are with the Bucks. But
And
like,
a more likely you have with the Milwaukee Bucks.
he's not
next
going
season-
down. He's
they
not
have-
going down in history as the
Right.
all-time winner.
But would you want to go like if you're Matt? You can ask like, would you rather go and compete to have an actual chance to go compete for gold, or would you rather just hang around and have no chance? Because if he stays with the Bucks, he's got no chance, and there's got to be a carrot for an athlete to feel like you got a chance.
If there was a better team in the United States that was trying to recruit me off of Team Schuster, I would go take that better chance.
Because you want a chance to
Because I want to
win.
win again. Yeah.
Okay.
So I only got 1 medal. I want 2, just like Giannis.
Hmm? Okay.
And it would be worth it.
I'm just trying to think of all the different things that could possibly like come into play.
What
So-
comes
Well,
into
do you have
play
any
is
more
how,
posts that came into play, Ryan?
how loyal he feels like he needs to be.
So wait, is he loyal or is he
Laurel.
I did have one other
Okay.
post for us to get to before we finish the Laurel or Yanni test.
Yeah.
I love it.
So this other tweet that I saw, honestly on Thursday, so just 2 days after the Bucks lost, this video is making the rounds on Twitter on multiple
see this one, yep.
aggregator accounts, parody accounts around the NBA social media sphere. And it's a video of, appears to be Giannis and his wife Mariah walking around with at least one of their children in a stroller. So I saw this Twitter video post, and I saw people saying that Giannis and his wife Mariah spotted walking around New York City with their child in the stroller. By the way, I also saw this same video going around on other platforms and other accounts saying Giannis spotted in LA with his wife Mariah and child. Giannis spotted in Chicago with wife Mariah and child. But guys, either way, does this video make you say Laurel? Or Yanni? Matt, you first. Is he staying or is he going? Oh, you want to see the video?
It's just a video walking around with babies.
It's just him walking in front of a pharmacy, yeah.
Yeah, but that doesn't look like Milwaukee Pharmacy. He's out of here.
No, he's definitely not in Milwaukee. I think
He never stays in Milwaukee after they
he's checking
lose.
something out. He's checking out other teams.
He goes to Disney and then he goes to Greece like every single year.
So
I'm
he's in
pretty sure.
Orlando.
I don't know. I'm not starting any rumors here.
Jumping in with Pablo Banchero.
Not Milwaukee is where he is at. Rick
Banchero.
Rick from DeForest chimes in. I heard Yanni the first time and Laurel the second, and same with Brett in Madison.
That's so weird.
He's played Laurel every single time.
Well, now that's all I hear, but
Yeah.
I literally did not hear it until you guys said Laurel. When that voice was saying it was Yanni, and then when you guys were like, it's Laurel, now I only hear Laurel.
Laurel. If it was that easy to change your mind, I'd do it all the time, but it's not.
No.
So you can tell Rutledge that.
All right, well.
I think that went well, guys. I don't know
Yeah,
about
I think you nailed it, Ryan.
Yeah,
that
I
was a
think-
well-produced segment.
It was very well produced.
Are we doing this every day? Are you going to find something new every day?
No.
Oh,
Okay. I don't think there's going to be that. There's going to be reports all the time, but I only want to do this when there's like a Giannis did or didn't do something, like an action that he took or something he said. If he puts out more cryptic IG posts, don't worry. We're coming back to Laurel. Or Yanni.
Okay. Might be my new favorite segment.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
You're such a tryhard.
I don't know. This is pretty catchy.
It's not.
No, you're literally forcing yourself to like polka right now.
No,
Yeah,
I'm not
absolutely.
forcing myself to like polka. I can't force myself to like anything. And I would drink German beers out of a boot and...
You would drink it till you couldn't hear the polka music anymore.
I guess, yeah.
Sounds
Until I started dancing.
Sounds like a horrible time.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube. Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute brought to you by Starion Bank, with 3 Madison area locations in Middleton, Sun Prairie, and Monona. Starion Bank is here investing in your community. Start your experience at starionbank.com. Member FDIC. Keep on recruiting them. Wisconsin men's hoops the 6th best transfer class according to On3 Sports. Greg Gard's offseason goal, add experience. The head coach on the Madison-bound newcomers.
Rapp as West Coast Conference Player of the Year, Freshman of the Year. He fits. Not every I has been dotted and T has been signed with a gentleman from Lithuania, but we're at the finish line of that, and then we'll have more to say on him. But we have the 3 freshmen coming in that signed in the fall, and then we're planning to add at least one more.
Don't wait to upgrade your windows and doors, because right now at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% financing for up to 6 years. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Every event tells a story, from the first impression to the final moments. Have someone guide your guests through every chapter the way you want the story told. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With a strong presence, great voices, and an award-winning team, trust us to guide, direct, and inform your guests through all the different chapters of the day. For fun, memorable entertainment for any event, please visit us at celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
Hey, it's Molly Brown from Jim, Matt, and Molly. I've been drinking ZOA Energy for a while now, and I absolutely love it. ZOA is my go-to beverage when I need a boost without the crash that comes with other energy drinks. It's packed with natural ingredients like vitamin B and C, electrolytes, and has 0 sugar. It fuels my workouts and busy days. I recently had twins, and I have a toddler, so I need all of the energy I can get. Head over to ZOAEnergy.com to find the location nearest to you to pick up some ZOA for yourself. ZOA Energy for balance and drive.
Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on May 20th.
Churio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Baltimore Orioles.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh my goodness, third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Construction Business Group. Tune in May 20th at 6:40 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game.
Metro Ford of Madison is Madison's trusted Ford dealership. Whether you're in the market for a new or new-to-you vehicle, Metro Ford of Madison has the customer service that's second to none. Metro Ford is also the home of the 2 years no-charge maintenance offer on new vehicle purchases, making it the place to go for the new Ford of your dreams. Browse their inventory, schedule a service, or see this month's offers at MetroFordofMadison.com. That's MetroFordofMadison.com.
Spring is here. Time to get growing at Felly's Flowers and Greenhouse. Felly's has everything you need to bring your garden to life, including the largest selection of locally grown annuals, perennials, vegetable plants, and custom hanging baskets. Whether you're a seasoned gardener or just getting started, Felly's Greenhouse in Fitchburg has the best selection to make your garden bloom. Proudly voted Best of Madison, choose Felly's Flowers as your go-to garden destination. Visit us today and grow with Felly's.
In the next 30 seconds, I'm going to tell you how to save money and save the planet. It's simple. Ditch your energy bill and make the switch over to Everlight Solar. While electricity prices keep rising, Everlight Solar will give you the chance to take ownership of your power while also reducing your carbon footprint. As a local company based out of Madison, they'll be there with you every step of the way as you make the switch to solar. To learn more about how you can save money and save the planet, go to everlightsolar.com.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions.
Yeah, it's over, I'm circling these boxes, got me praying, man, this hunger, I'm feeling something rotten, feeling kind of tilted, and I'm pouring out the truth, just fading out these talkers, cause now all I want is you, I'm saying.
If you're looking to elevate your outdoor living space, the Brewers Company is Dane County's premier retailer of outdoor furniture. Exceptional craftsmanship, all the latest styles and colors, and made with durable materials that hold up to whatever Wisconsin weather brings. The durable materials, the heavy materials that they use for the furniture there has been fantastic. Now we only have Brewers Company furniture, but when it was windy over the last couple of years, and then all of a sudden, furniture would just be blowing all over the deck. And now we have the stuff from Brewers Company. I don't have to worry about the furniture blowing all over the place and then scratching up the deck. So many sets from deep seating to dining can be custom designed to your style. We've done that as well. Find a time to swing by their furniture showroom in Middleton and let their trained staff help you bring your outdoor dreams to life. The Brewers Company, your outdoor living experts. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly. I'm Jim Rutledge alongside Molly Brown and Matt Hamilton. Chrissy Birdsall, Primetime Lorsheim in the Everlight Solar studio as well. You can see us on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. You also can listen back or listen live with the ESPN Wisconsin app. Ryan, our psychedelic advisor, chimes in on the Carbon Stock and text line 844-770-3776. This is more. He said that was a miss. The Yanni segment.
What does that mean?
Man, I totally disagree.
I don't think it was a miss.
I thought it was a home run.
I wouldn't say a home run.
I take it as, are you sure we didn't say something inappropriate and then none of us caught up on it and so we missed it?
Maybe. But I would say that segment was like a double, which can be more. But if for a first time through, a double's good.
I thought it was good.
To come out with a double is good. So
here's the thing. I've been watching the Brewers all weekend. That was essentially a home run.
Yeah,
us.
how about that? How about that weekend? Can I say
rivalry renewed? Am I right?
Gosh. You mean where we shut you guys out on Sunday?
Yeah, the dorks. Yeah. The dorks I saw this on social media. The dorks standing with the sign that says "Enjoy your ride back home" on Sunday afternoon.
Yeah,
bro. Don't do it. You lost 2 out of 3.
Right.
Yeah,
right. I mean, I'm cool with on Sunday saying fly the L because we won that day. You guys got 2 days of W's.
Flying the L when you lose the series is still pathetic. Flying the L is if you'd won the series, fly the L.
You guys fly the W every time you win, whether you win or lose the series.
Right,
so
what's
the problem with the Brewers throwing up the L when they win 1 of 3?
Because it's supposed to be a troll when you lose the series.
It is a troll.
You lost. You're the losers. You lost the series.
Yeah.
Getting swept is rare. So, you got your ass kicked this weekend, and you're hanging up an L.
I get it.
We didn't get our asses completely
kicked. If the scores were inversed, you guys would have flown the W on Monday.
But that's
on
our thing.
Sunday.
Our thing regularly is to always fly the W, not just for the Brewers. The Brewers only do it for the Cubs, or if the Cubs lose a game Brewers fans are paying attention to. So, you're doing it as a troll. You lost 2 out of 3 at home. That is pretty bad. The only thing you didn't do is get your pants pulled down and spanked and lose 3 of 3 at home.
Yeah, that's
it.
right.
Well, see what
so
Cubs.
Not like a fly
right, Daddy.
And that's what the Cubs are trying to do. Can't spank us.
Right. And now you're petulant about it. You're the kid running around, can't spank me, petulant about it. But it's still.
I think it's fun. I think it's fun. They're standing by the buses saying, hey, that's too much. That's too far because you're right. You lost.
Yeah.
To go out of your way to troll like that.
For me, baseball is to me, baseball is a series-based game. And you lost the series, you don't fly the L. Simple.
Okay. I mean, I guess
You win
I
the
can
series, fly the
understand
L.
your stance on it.
Because it's the logical stance. Baseball is based on series. You judge for players. You judge everything on series. For the actual stance, like you worry about, do you win 2 out of 3?
If that's the case, then you'd only fly the W after you win the series.
That's a Cubs thing. They fly the flag from the beginning of time.
That's why they're doing it.
But the Cubs are doing it because they always doing it. You're doing it because you're pathetic and you try to fly the L like it's good. But you got your ass kicked this weekend and you're flying the L.
Oh, the rivalry is alive and well.
The only L that should be flown on would be the L on your forehead. Because you're losers. You lost 2 out of 3.
On her forehead.
You lost 2 out of 3 this weekend.
Well, you're a Brewers fan and you lost 10-0 first day.
Okay.
Doesn't get better when it's 0-4 next day. Or 6. Or is it 0-6?
It was 0-4.
It was 0-4?
No, that was Sunday.
That was Sunday.
Sunday, yeah.
What was the loss on Saturday?
What was the loss on Saturday?
6-2?
I think
it was a 4-point loss, right?
I think it was 6-2.
4-point loss.
Yeah.
4 runs.
You did just say 4 points.
They got
He
4
always
more
says
wickets
points.
than they did.
What do you call it in curling? Do you call it points?
Points, yeah.
Okay. Well, then I'll give him the
Shouldn't
benefit
it be
of
best?
that.
Should I?
Stones?
Just think of
they
innings.
played all 9 ends.
It's not that hard to know runs, or like the actual vernacular for sports.
I'm just trying
Like
Matt is drowning this segment. I'm just trying to do anything to give him a life raft to just
Yeah.
lift him up above the water.
It's classic Matt. He's dying
Thank you.
on a weird hill.
Fly the L.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
When it comes to security for your home and family, you want a winner, and we found one when we placed our trust with J&K Security Solutions. This is Greg Gard. Kim and Jeff hit the game-winning shot for us with the Control 4 home technology system. Home or away, from our smartphones, we can open the garage door, dim the lights, turn on the TV, as well as arm the security system. That's convenience as well as peace of mind. Let J&K Security Solutions do for your home or business like they've done for us. Call 255-5799 or online at jksecurity.com.
Hey, this is former Badger Brad Norton.
That's a fake. Great call and great execution.
You're listening to a Good Karma Brands radio station, 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good afternoon, Madison. I'm Ryan Wollersheim, and this year's Sports and Update brought to you by Ridgetop Exteriors, Wisconsin's premier roofing, siding, and window contractor since 2002. Visit them at ridgetopexteriors.com. Milwaukee Brewers over the weekend staving off a sweep against their division rival Chicago Cubs as they won 4-0 on Sunday. The Brewers prevented the Cubs from earning their first road sweep in Milwaukee since October of 2015. That was mostly thanks to Freddie Peralta, who had 7 strikeouts in 6 innings pitched. He is now just 3 strikeouts away from 1,000 career strikeouts, become only the 4th Brewers pitcher to reach that mile mark. Now, some other news from Sunday is right fielder Sal Frelick departed with left knee discomfort after an at-bat in the bottom of the 3rd. But Pat Murphy saying today that the knee injury is, quote, not as serious, and an IL sit is not currently being considered by the Brewers medical staff. MRI just showed swelling and inflammation earlier today. That's per Kurt Hogg on Twitter. Head over to ESPNWisconsin.com and catch every Brewers game this season right here at 100.5 ESPN to stay up on the Brew Crew all season long. Brewers open a new 3-game home series with the Houston Astros tonight. First pitch is at 6:40 p.m. Pre-game starts immediately after Jim, Matt, and Molly right here on 100.5 ESPN.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
You gotta keep your chill with Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I am savage.
So you're not special.
Jim, if we want to play this game, we can play this game.
And I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's
let
gonna
me get
swing
this
on
right.
Jim. He's a complicated fellow.
People like me.
I don't think so.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Other. Well, I mean, Cubs fans, especially Jimmy, is like, oh, you guys aren't our rivals. The Cardinals are the rivals. Like, we don't even deal with you guys. Rivalry!
Stop trying to make fetch happen.
I'm not making fetch happen. You guys are the ones that made the shirt.
Wisconsin hates Illinois. Wisconsin's in their field about everything.
Illinois hates Wisconsin too.
Not the same level.
Oh, Bears fans don't hate Packers fans.
But that's different.
The Bears still suck!
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison. Alongside Matt Hamilton and Molly Brown, here's Jim Rutledge.
Hour number 2 of Jim, Matt, and Molly continues live from the Everlight Solar Studio. I'm Jim Rutledge alongside Olympic gold medalist Matt Hamilton and Molly Brown. You can see us on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. Don't forget to stream us on the ESPN Wisconsin at Primetime Warshawn behind the glass. Chrissy Birdsall in the Everlight Solar Studio with us as well. We did have a Siding Unlimited poll question to start the show, which was which social media rumor do you believe the most? Giannis is back with the Bucks. Aaron Rodgers is married/engaged. Giannis back with the Bucks. Rumor started because he posted something on his Instagram, and you could read that as he's coming back, or you could read that as he's saying goodbye. The Milwaukee Bucks, I'm assuming, read that as he's coming back because they clipped it and posted on their Twitter, and then Giannis liked it. Meanwhile, Aaron Rodgers was seen at the Kentucky Derby with a ring on his ring finger, which sure as hell to me would... I don't know what he's doing otherwise if he's not married. So right now, 62% of you say it's the Rodgers married/engaged rumor. You can chime in on that, 844-770-3776. Carlos Talking text line list is more.
Do you think that the Bucks, before they posted it on their Twitter, the screenshot of Giannis's post, do you think that they reached out to Giannis and were like, hey, does this mean you're coming back or what?
No,
you think they just blindly did it?
Yeah, there's no contact. The social media has no idea.
So if he leaves, you're going to be like, that was a big miss by Milwaukee Bucks social media?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, that's a little cringe.
That would be a huge miss
For
if
sure.
that actually does happen.
So I want to get to...
Well, guys, I hate to... I just want to make sure you brace for it, but you're going to be very... You're going to feel the Milwaukee Bucks social media is very cringy because there's no way Giannis is coming back.
Cringe.
I think he is. I think he's dedicated to the city of Milwaukee.
Okay, again, I hate that because it doesn't mean he's
I'm not saying I want him to.
He's built different.
Built different, Jim.
I just
That's
hate that.
why.
I just hate that setup for it. I know you're not saying it like that, but he has given, especially today by today's athlete standards, he has given more to the city of Milwaukee and the Milwaukee Bucks, and they've given to him. He owes nobody anything, and you're not saying you're doing this, but if he leaves, it's not because he doesn't care about city of Milwaukee. It's not because he's not built different. It's because
he wants to win.
He wants to have a continued bites at the apple, and there's no way. And if you want to chime in and tell me, sure, lie to my face, 844-770-3776, how the Bucks could remotely be even considered a Eastern Conference final contenders next year, go ahead and tell me. Because this team was built to be stars and scrubs. One of their stars is hurt. So they got Giannis and a bunch of scrubs.
AJ Green? Gary Trent Jr.?
Scrub. I don't want no scrubs. TLC.
Porter?
Yeah.
Scrub.
Rubbish.
Also scrub person. So, not...
I don't even think he did. Like, did he
But
even
also-
do anything
come
during
on,
his time?
what about Kyle Kuzma? That's like he's a big chunk of our
He stinks.
salary cap.
Stinks. Kevin Porter can score buckets. He can't play defense. Like, all these guys, it's like when the movie Friday, I think Chris Tucker goes into the house in the movie Friday. I don't know if you guys seen it Friday with Chris Tucker and Ice Cube. And he goes into his house, he's like, y'all always have, Kool-Aid, no Kool-Aid, no sugar. You got cereal, no milk. The Bucks, the players outside of Giannis is like, AJ Green can shoot, he can't do anything else. Kevin Porter can score, can't play defense. That's all their players are. You got one, but not the other.
So crazy, too. We have no defense on our team.
Do you
outside
think,
of Giannis, yeah.
do you think that the Bucks really miss or think that they messed up when they got rid of Drew Holiday? I understand that you got Damian Lillard in it all, but
the bigger miss
seeing
was signing Chris Middleton.
Okay.
Like, that was their death nail. He was hurt before they signed him. They got 30 games, and then he's been hurt the whole contract. And that was it. Connington didn't help. Bobby Portis didn't help. Brook Lopez re-signing didn't help because they took a risk on the olds not getting old, and they all olded.
Father Time is still undefeated.
Olds are going to old.
Yeah,
Take
olds
that
are going to
for
old.
data.
And I get the Dame, maybe they win. Maybe they would get to the second round once. But remember, the big part of this was Dame was hurt. Because that's the part that is unfair.
And Giannis was.
Yeah, that's the part that's unfair on judging the Dame and Drew part of it, was that Dame did not have this massive history of being hurt, and Giannis didn't either. So, and Giannis isn't old. So the fact that, that's bad injury luck, I feel like if Drew Holiday had to go play the Pacers last year without Giannis, they're doing bupkis. And if Giannis, and then, again, I don't know what you do with the Dame thing. If the Bucks had Dame and Drew, maybe they get by Indiana, and then they still get worked in the next series. So, that's the problem. Indiana is not built to be stars and scrubs. They have a bunch of nice players. And that's why they gave Cleveland, and obviously won, yesterday, but like you have Halliburton, and then you have Siakam, and you have
Naismith.
Turner and Naismith, and you have all these. So now they're coming at you in waves. There's two ways to build it. That's a little bit how Oklahoma City has started to build it. With, but then they got Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Like then he became a star. But initially, they're like, let's just get a bunch of good players. The Rockets are a bunch of good players, and you'll see what happens. The Bucks have a star. The Bucks are stars and scrubs. And when you're down to one star, I don't care whoever you think the best player in the league is, and it very well could be Giannis. Giannis can come back next year and lift a bunch of scrubs to the 6th seed. Is this what we want? Because I got news for you, folks. If they trade Giannis, and let's say they trade Giannis for three players from Houston, let's say 3 starters from Houston, which has been some of the rumors of a trade, and then you get 3 first-round picks back. You know what you're going to do next year with those 3 starters from Houston and the other cap money flexibility you have? Be the 6th seed and then lose in the first round. But then you have young players that you can then now you have draft picks and you have something to build forward to. Like you're kind of in the same place with Giannis or without him.
I mean,
but then if that's
I
the
still
case,
think it's pretty high hopes to think that we're going to make a 6 seed with
the
whatever
players they got
3
back.
we get.
I mean, that's a well-balanced team then.
No, I get what you're saying. Here's the thing. Regardless, to sell the future for 2 more years of Giannis, then he's done with his contract. Then he's walking. You get nothing back for him. You got nothing. You don't have control of your own draft pick till 2031. Like, if you're ready to watch 2 more years of Giannis, probably make the playoffs, probably not be good enough to get to an Eastern Conference final, you could take that and then have who knows how many more years of absolute.
And again, you just touched on it, but worth pointing out, you are going to be trash and you don't own the rights to your picks.
Right. So, like, the fact, if you trade Giannis while he still has some trade value, or if you trade him and actually get some value out of him, you can shorten that. You can basically make it to the point where you have control of your own pick again.
Yeah.
So, like,
and you'll get other picks.
The problem is it makes
picks back
so
from
much
Houston.
sense to move him that I can't. It would be like a negligence for Horst to not.
And here's the other part of it. For the ownership part of it, they would win enough to fill Fiserv. Like, you would be competing for the 6. Maybe you're the 7.
I do think it's like there's people that just go to Fiserv and Bucks games to watch Giannis.
Yeah, but most of them go.
We're going to lose.
It's a really good
people.
time. But if they win, the players they bring back are good young players. Like, they are good young players that could make even a bigger jump.
Theoretically.
In this, let's say this Houston trade, you could go with what? Jabari Smith. Who's the guy I can never get right for the big man?
Alperen Şengün.
Şengün, a big man.
Sounds like a cocktail.
And then probably what? Jalen Green or who else?
Jalen Green.
Jalen Green, yes.
What about him?
Amen Thompson.
He might be tougher to get. That's the guy I would fight to have.
Right.
But
then all those guys, if they're gone, who does Giannis have?
Well, see,
to have a team around him.
But Houston's built a deep roster. There's still plenty of players there. Those
Okay.
players, because then the other part the Bucks would get would be 3 first-rounders, including one of them. If they did this Houston trade, they would get Phoenix's first-rounder in a couple years, which sure as hell lot's like it could be a very high
looks like
lottery
they're
pick.
blowing it up.
Yeah, so like that
Phoenix
could
is a dumpster fire.
either a great trade piece or something to. So you could kind of do what OKC did in theory, where OKC was able to avoid the full-out bottoming out. Like Philly bottomed out and then came back up. Philly was kind of able to kind of continue to manage and trade assets year over year and stay relevant while accumulating other bad teams' picks. So it's like, okay, we're not going to tank out, but we'll acquire a pick from, like, let's say, Team X that's going to have a bad year. Now we have their pick that could be a lottery pick, yet we're still winning.
Honestly, OKC, you mentioned relevance. They didn't tank, but they were pretty bad.
But to the Bucks,
they were able
40s,
to manage back.
They were a team that was hanging around 500. They only had like 1 or 2 really bad years.
Okay.
So like they were able to be.
Wasn't that Chet Holmgren pick theirs?
Right,
like 2?
Right, but that's what I'm saying. That was 1 or 2 bad years. They didn't have to sell the farm. Like Philadelphia was bad for a while.
But that's kind of the point. And if we want to tie it to the Packers, that's what Molly wants. Have your couple years of despair if it's going to mean that you're going to be able to build up a 5-year window.
Mm-hmm.
And that's absolutely like last year. Everybody was like, OKC is going to be one of the best teams in the next year or two because they have all the capital, all their players are young. They're all under contract. So, like,
And look how good they're going to be good for the next foreseeable
So
future.
here's how we look
for
at
sure.
it. All right.
For the next foreseeable future.
All right. So
Long time. I
now
agree.
in the
I totally
next
agree.
how many years?
5
yeah.
years at
Let's
least.
look at OKC here. So OKC, we'll just go, 2016, 47-35. Now, I bring up OKC specifically, one, because they're the number 1 seed, but two, they are in a market very similar to Milwaukee. They have to win to get people to show up. 47-35, 48-34, 49-33, 44-28, then 22, 24 wins, then 40-42, 57-68. Philadelphia had multiple years of those 20-type wins. So
Right.
Oklahoma City only had 2 abysmal years. And they came right back at it.
Do you have? I think we've talked about this before. That the GM for OKC is pretty dang good.
He's elite. That's the problem.
Do you?
Sam
yeah,
Presti.
yeah. So do you have the
No.
faith
You don't finish it, no.
in the front office
No.
for the Bucks? No, I don't think any of us do.
And that's why you'd make the argument where you'd want players rather than picks, because even like Jim was saying, what OKC did over so many years, like they hit on so many draft picks. Like they have 5, 6 different guys who they could get off their team right now and they'd still be really good. And then you also have the masterpiece of the Shai Gilgeous-Alexander trade, taking advantage of the Clippers when they got Paul George to pair him up with Kawhi. And we've seen how that's worked for the Clippers since then. It's gone nowhere. They've just added James Harden to the dumpster fire, and it's only gotten worse. So, yeah, but at the end of the day, like, you have to really start hitting on draft picks, too, which if we're talking about, like, how did it get to this point with the Bucks, too, like, not hitting any draft pick in the last 6 years definitely contributed.
Oh, yeah. So let's say the mock was like they got 3 first-round picks. So Sengun, 19 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. He is 22 years old, and he is obviously a starter for the Rockets. Then you have Jabari Smith, 12 points, 7 rebounds, and then Amen Thompson, 14, 8, and 4. All those guys are less than 23 years old. And so now you got a team out there that could go out and be young and could grow together, and then with the draft picks, maybe make something. Not winning a title, but you're not winning a title now. At least you have an opportunity to kind of flip the script.
This is kind of just me too justifying it. Like, I know it's coming. I don't want it to happen, but being able to justify it and think about the positives you can get back for it, make it sting less.
But Jim was just saying that he thinks that if the Bucks get rid of Giannis or if they keep him, that they're both going to be a 6 seed either way.
Right, but
so
then
if you get rid of him,
after those 2 years, though, so that puts us to 2028 with Giannis. We still don't have any young players then. Giannis walks for nothing, and
Totally.
you don't have control of your pick. So, like, at least if you're going to have 2 bottom of the playoff pack kind of like play-in game level seasons, wouldn't you like to maybe continue to have those? Because once Giannis is gone, if we keep him for the 2, we're not even making play-in games.
Right.
And so
like, you got to sell the farm so at least you don't go below play-in game.
Hey, I'm playing both sides here because I am fully of the belief that he should leave, but I also
But if he wants to come back, like, I'm happy, open arms.
I mean, I'll be happy that he comes back, but also for his own career, I am not happy because I want to see him win and go be successful because he deserves that. But based on our Laurel and Yanny things, I think he's staying. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
But I think,
I
but
see
again,
both.
why would Giannis, who I think is an ultimate competitor, look at this roster and say, "I want to come back"?
I don't think it's the roster that's going to bring him back. I think it's other things.
But this dude, like,
I know that is stupid and whatever, but like,
it's not stupid because he does a good job of marketing himself like that. But this guy arrived in.
Do you believe it's just marketing? Like, that's not any truth, authenticity to who Giannis is?
He's not lying about the importance of it to him, but let me finish this. He came in here at 19 years old. He talks all the time about his father's work ethic. He talks all the time about how hard it was for his dad to put in this work and how important it is for him to be the absolute best he can be. And then we talk about winning, and it was clear the Bucks had to make moves to keep him around to get him to extend to be a winner. So Giannis came in as a skinny 19-year-old with basketball skills that were completely unfinished. He was just a unpolished gem. And through his work and the Bucks' help, but mainly his work, he turned himself into the best player in the NBA and year in and year out a top 3 player in the NBA. And he did that to be great. And the city of Milwaukee, I think, does mean something to him. The Milwaukee Bucks organization does mean something to him. But you don't do all of that to go out and be mid with your team. And I think that's the part people are forgetting. that I don't think Giannis is at all being disingenuous when he says that Milwaukee means a lot to him and the Bucks mean a lot to him. Matt, you can talk about this on the other side because I want to hear about you tell us about Liney's. But you're an athlete. You're going out there and you're putting all this work in to go win.
Yep.
Not just have good feels. And Molly, I know you're not just saying that. He does a good job of spinning that. Mm-hmm. But we are forgetting that he is one of the greatest athletes in all of sports and one of the top players in all the game. And he's not going to just come back because he likes the Cream City. Matt, you love Liney's.
I do love Liney's, and I love all the amazing flavors that they have. They have a flavor for every moment, from the juicy peach, the delicious lakeside cherry, and the classic summer shandy. You can't go wrong with Liney's this summer. Whether you're out on the boat, hanging out by a campfire, or just grilling with some buddies, don't forget the Liney's. Go find Liney's wherever you get delicious beer. And remember, you got to be 21 years or older to enjoy.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Like, winning teams could talk trash.
Yeah, but
Giannis talks trash.
Maybe we're not good enough to be talking trash.
Or maybe it's not your personality.
It's not tight. I'm not tight.
Yeah, I'm not tight either.
I'm not tight at all. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
It's not tight. I'm not tight.
Ben Johnson?
I'm so loose right now.
We don't know. I don't know who he is. I have no idea what he is.
I'm not tight.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side. When you see Diamond Jim, you can count on him to be on your side. Selection beyond compare with on-site repair, so you can wear your jewelry with pride. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
Cheesy Bites Pizza is back at Pizza Hut. For only $13.99, you get a large pizza with 28 pullable, poppable, cheese-filled bites. Plus, it comes with Pizza Hut's very own Ranch Lovers Flight, featuring 3 bold dips: Ultimate Ranch, Chipotle Ranch, and Pepperoni Ranch. 1 large pizza, 3 dips, endless flavor. Ready to dip into deliciousness? Well, hurry. It's only available for a limited time. Head to a Pizza Hut location or order online at pizzahut.com today. Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
The area's best high school sports coverage is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania.
NIL is coming to high school sports in Wisconsin. Head over to the ESPN Wisconsin app if you missed any of last week's interview with the executive director of the WIAA, Stephanie Hauser. She gives a full explanation of what NIL will look like and the misconceptions that come with NIL. Again, you can listen back to the full interview on the all-new ESPN Wisconsin app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Gruber Law Office. One call, that's all.
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 Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
One call, that's all.
After a storm, even seemingly small damage can lead to major problems. If your roof or siding took a hit with this recent storm, your insurance may cover the damage, but the process is still a nightmare. Badgerland Exteriors makes it seamless. They'll guide you through every step and get your family's home back in tip-top shape just as fast as that storm ripped through.
Contracting made easy is more than a tagline. It's how we run our family business. Visit BadgerlandExteriors.com to get started on your next project. That's BadgerlandExteriors.com.
The sound of summaries on ESPN Madison.
The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Madison's home of the Brewers.
Fly ball right field. Hit a ton. We're tied.
Catch every Milwaukee Brewers game this season on 100.5 ESPN.
Get up. Get out of here. Gone.
Brewers baseball on ESPN Madison is presented by Hard Rock Casino Rockford and brought to you by J&K Security Solutions and Revive Restoration.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
Our policy is to provide equal opportunity employment, development, and advancement to all current and potential teammates. If you are an organization that maintains a job bank, provides employment information, or gives job referrals, you may request to be placed on the station's mailing list for future career opportunities. To learn more about careers at Good Karma Brands, please email careers@goodkarmabrands.com.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
You guys have heard Jim Rutledge talk about his experience at Carbon World Health, and I'm looking forward to getting my experience started here pretty soon at their brand new facility in the Prairie Lakes Shopping Center. This state-of-the-art facility will feature Carbon's innovative services, including Botox, hydrofacials, M-Sculpt, IV therapies, and so much more. Stop in today to get started on your health and beauty journey.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. If the mountains are blue, you know what to do.
And that's Crush a Coors Light.
Jim Rutledge, Molly Brown, Matt Hamilton with you, along with Chrissy Birdsall in the Everlight Solar Studio. We got Primetime Laura Sean behind the glass. I wanted to do this in stones, but I got another stone, so I wanted to just get your guys, and everyone can chime in. You can chime in with your reaction to this as well, 844-770-3776. And Molly, maybe you can give us the best recap of after I read this, of what exactly Justin Tucker is being accused of, like as much as we can on the air. Or Matt, but I just trust your Googling skills better than Matt's. And
I mean, I really haven't Googled, because I just, as soon as I saw it, I'm like, he's gross, and it's just Deshaun Watson.
Well, because he has, I just want to make sure I'm putting it correctly, but he has multiple accusations against him.
I believe 16.
16 varying levels of sexual assault.
Yes.
And so this is not a surprise. When I saw the push notification that the Ravens, from Adam Schefter, that the Ravens are releasing Justin Tucker, that was not a surprise.
Mm-hmm.
The surprise was the statement from Executive Vice President and General Manager Eric DaCosta. Here's the statement. Sometimes football decisions are incredibly difficult, and this is one of those instances. What do we think about that first sentence? Why even say that this is a football? This is not a football decision. Like, why are you doing him the service of saying this is a football decision?
No idea. This whole Ravens release is
so here's the next
wild.
part. Considering our current roster, we have made the tough decision to release Justin Tucker. You could have literally just said that in that could have been your entire statement.
Yeah.
And that's actually too kind for him because it still has nothing to do with your roster. Then it goes, Justin created many significant and unforgettable moments in Ravens history. This is not one of them. His reliability, focus, drive, resilience, and extraordinary talent made him one of the league's best kickers for over a decade. What? Read the room, man. Nobody thinks you're releasing Justin Tucker because he can't kick.
Well, he did suck last year.
Yeah, but I guarantee that if this wasn't around him, he wouldn't be cut. At least not at this point. He'd at least get a tryout. I mean, he maybe have to fight for his job.
Mm-hmm.
Then here's the part that's really a kicker. We are grateful for Justin's many contributions while playing for the Ravens. We sincerely wish him and his family the very best in his next chapter of their lives.
Yeah, not great.
No.
I don't know what they're doing.
This reads like Justin Tucker has a powerful agent, and they basically held the Ravens over a barrel.
It's also interesting, too, that they did this whole thing because they drafted a kicker. Like
in the 6th round,
yeah. So it's kind of like you knew that something was going to happen. We all knew that he wasn't going to come back to the Raiders. But it just giving you a little bit of context. The Ravens made the decision amid allegations from 16 women that Tucker engaged in sexual misconduct during massage therapy sessions. The alleged behavior took place between 2012 and 2016 at 8 different spas in the Baltimore area.
God.
So.
Yeah, you don't have to address it in the release.
Also, I highly doubt that it just ended in 2016 and didn't continue until 2025. I mean, again, I could be wrong. But
here is the part. You just literally say, considering a current roster, we have made a tough decision to release Justin Tucker. If you wanted to be kind about it. And then you say, we wish him well going
Clearly,
forward.
they wanted to be kind about it.
Right. But you did not have to write this poem about him.
No, agreed.
I mean, and Brett Favre's done a lot worse since, but when the Packers traded Brett Favre, they didn't say this nice thing about him. Same with Aaron Rodgers.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, Aaron Rodgers isn't even on the same level as these people. Aaron Rodgers sucks as a human, but like.
No, I agree. But I'm saying that like when they traded him with no baggage, there was not these nice long
sentiments. Yeah.
I mean,
gross.
Goodness gracious. I mean, how?
This
There's
is
nobody
tone deaf,
around.
yeah.
Where's the owner? Like, nah, this ain't it. I'm guessing this is coming from the owner.
This had to have gone through like at least gone across 5 different people's faces before it got posted.
But someone in PR has to say, this had to come from the owner, and DeCosta put his name on it. Because otherwise,
Did they sign it as the owner? Or did they sign it as the Ravens?
It's DeCosta signed it. But like, it's insane.
Right.
You don't have to address. If you don't want to address this situation, that's fine. But don't send them out with flowers on the way.
Agreed.
Hey, we're releasing Justin Tucker. Okay, bye. Done.
Should have done it a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Right?
Probably.
Yeah. I mean, realistically, the real life statement is he's not good enough to deal with this anymore.
True.
I mean, that's the real answer. Go ask Deshaun Watson. But it's just bad. I don't know. Like, it's just another time. I feel like we could do a whole thing on just people not understanding how to do. I get on, like, Matt, I'll give you credit on this. The Packers, thank goodness, it's just they're not like comfortable or normal in front of the media, but they don't have to cover for anything, so it's more fun to laugh at.
It is more fun to laugh at.
Yeah.
I'm like just trying to pick and choose when I should laugh at this conversation.
There's nothing to laugh at there. This is just horrible. But we'll come back and we can laugh at LeBron James, the only person in history who gave out an injury report for him why he's not going to the Met. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly presented by Coors Light.
You're listening live from St. John's, Newfoundland. The Newfies love Jim, Matt, and Molly. 100.5 ESPN Madison.
Veterans of Foreign Wars Wisconsin has document imaging technology from James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. VFW State Adjutant Adam Wallace.
Local is always important because we want to engage with our community and support local businesses. You know, we are local to Madison and they are too.
James Imaging Systems, a 100% locally owned and managed Wisconsin business technology company. The benefit?
The benefit is having reliable equipment, having a reliable way to print documents.
James Imaging Systems, local service you just can't get anywhere else.
The customer service is great, and if an issue, when it rarely arises, they're very quick to fix it.
That's another benefit for the VFW.
It's just one less thing that we need to worry about as an organization.
James Imaging Systems, AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, and digital transformation. Call 608-221-3457 or visit jamesimaging.com.
Since J&K Security Solutions opened in 1987, our attention to detail and customer service have been our strongest assets. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. We'll always do our best to find the most efficient and cost-effective solution to every job we tackle. Whether it's security for your home or business, installing video surveillance, or being able to control your garage doors from your phone, we can help you feel empowered with simple and user-friendly technology. Let's work together to secure your home or business. jksecurity.com.
Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on May 20th.
Uh-oh. Churio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Baltimore Orioles.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness. Third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Construction Business Group. Tune in May 20th at 6:40 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game.
Carbless ready-to-drink cocktails are here for your flawless summer. Hey, it's Brad Nortman. Drinking Carbless and watching the crew is already a win, but now that combination is about to get a whole lot better. Carbless is offering you a sweet night at the ballpark. Your chance to win 14 tickets with food and drinks included to the July 26th game is just one shopping trip away. From now until the end of May, head to your local retailer and scan the QR code to register for your chance to win this amazing prize. A flawless summer night at the ballpark awaits.
You're only minutes away from a better buying experience at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb. Jim Rutledge here. What is a better buying experience? Well, that's the thing. You get to define it. It is the experience that is customized to you. What experience do you want at a car dealership? They can be your trusted friend or your trusted expert. So if you're in the market for a new or new to you Silverado, Colorado, Blazer, Trailblazer, remember, you're only minutes away from a better buying experience. And that's at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb.
The 2015 Wisconsin men's hoops team gave us all a march to remember.
There will be no undefeated champion on Wisconsin with an unbelievable stretch drive to the championship game.
On June 26th, enjoy an intimate celebration with the stars of the run with Made 'em Believe. Presented by M3 Insurance. World-class expertise and individual attention. Tickets are on sale now at uwhoops2015.com. Made 'em Believe, June 26th at the Orpheum Theater in Madison.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Bruss talking about our friends at Road America, America's National Park of Speed. Get out of your house this summer and go to Road America, located conveniently between Green Bay and Milwaukee and Elkhart Lake. Come see a race at the legendary 4-mile, 14-turn road circuit that has hosted some of the best races since 1955. Spring Vintage Weekend with the SVRA is up next on May 16th through the 18th. Camp on site all weekend and enjoy free admission for kids 16 and under with a paying adult at the gate. Come for the experience and stay for the race. Get your tickets at roadamerica.com.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions.
Go be a winner. Go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. That's where winners go. Millions of dollars are won every single weekend at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. Go be a winner and go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. It's Jim, Matt, and Molly. We are presented by Coors Light. If the mountains are blue, you know what to do.
And that's crush a Coors Light.
I'm Jim Rutledge alongside Molly Brown and Matt Hamilton in the Everlight Solar Studio. You can see us on ESPN Madison YouTube. You can stream us on the ESPN Wisconsin app. Chrissy Birdsall and Primetime Laura Shine with us as well in the Everlight Solar Studio. So I teased it before the break, and I was annoyed on social. Oh, that's right. We got to do throwing stones here. So let's get the open here. Sorry.
He's just so annoyed.
Some takes are cooler than others.
You know this kid is as cool as the other side of the pillow.
Some opinions are just cooler than the rest.
Now what's cooler than being cool? Ice cold.
And if you keep it chill, then it's a cold take.
Chill out. I'm chill. I'm chill as a cucumber, man. I'm always the coldest.
This is Throwing Stones, presented by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's chillest Kia dealership.
All right, so here's the headline for People Magazine. LeBron James suddenly backs out of 2025 Met Gala despite being the event's honorary chair. NBA star who suffered a knee injury in a game last week was set to make his Met Gala debut with his wife, Savannah. And the joke is he's the first person to ever give an injury report for the actual event. And look, him telling the Met Gala he can't make it, that's important. Him having to tell the world he can't make it, not important. But this is classic LeBron, because the second they lost to the Warriors, reports started leaking out that if there was a game 6, he wouldn't have been able to play. Oh, really? I swear every time he loses, like he was on death's door at the end of the series and just gutted his way through and wouldn't have been able to play the next game. Like, I'm
just
sorry.
Built different.
Just not you, Matt, but honestly, like, LeBron, just shut up. Like, we don't have to know your injury. You're out. You're done. You're fishing. Nobody knows. Nobody cares about this imaginary. You would have been a game time decision. Yeah, that maybe it's real, maybe it's not.
4
but we're
to 6
never going to know.
weeks, Jim. Out.
So I will read you LeBron's actual tweet. He said, this was at 12:05 today. He said, unfortunately, because of my knee injury I sustained at the end of the season, I won't be able to attend the Met Gala in New York tonight, as so many people have been asking and congratulating me on. Hate to miss an historical event. My beautiful, powerful queen will be there holding down the castle as she always has done. Some of the replies are very funny, you guys. Like, official Dak supporter said, Michael Jordan played 44 minutes with the flu and dropped 38 in the finals. You can't make it to the Met Gala because your knee hurt 2 weeks ago? What? One is a killer, the other is a content creator.
That's pretty good.
What was that Twitter page's account?
Official Dak supporter. So I wonder if he's Mr. Mid supporter.
It's my burner.
Basically. But yeah,
So,
no, I can't believe this is his first time going to the Met either. Like
Right.
this, like I feel like this has become a more cultural icon.
How many
thing.
times is LeBron getting bounced in the first round recently, I guess, right? Because, I mean, if he's always playing in the playoffs, he doesn't have time to go to the Met Gala, right?
Yeah, but he makes it sound like this is the first time he's ever been like. Maybe it was the first time he was actually going to be able to go, like you're saying, rather than the first time he was actually invited. I don't know.
I'd have to assume he's definitely been invited before.
I would hope so.
Saquon Barkley is at it. I saw his outfit. So
what's he wearing?
I don't know. Clothes. I
Nice.
just saw.
What's the theme?
He looked
We
like a
gotta look it
normal
up.
dressed up guy. Not really into Saquon Barkley, but Lakers.
I feel like guys can dress more normal.
So apparently, LeBron James suffered an MCL sprain in Game 5. There was an MRI, and if there was another game, he wouldn't have been able to play.
Ugh.
Says the Lakers.
Well, good thing that they lost in 5.
Yeah. It's one of those things of like when you play basketball and the first time, we always joke about this, like you lose the first game, be like, all right, let's run it back. This time we'll try.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's just like a historic thing for LeBron. I feel like every time he leaves early, it's always been like, oh yeah, he had this injury. Rodgers was king of this too. You play a whole season and be like, well, actually, I didn't have any cartilage in my knee for the whole year. Oh, really, Aaron? Why didn't you tell us this earlier? Or I played the whole year with a broken finger.
Oh, the thumb one broke. The thumb one was so annoying.
Tell
Why?
us. Don't tell us afterwards.
What do you mean? Why?
Afterwards sounds like an excuse.
Because that was his last season. He broke his thumb on the guy's helmet when he played the Giants in London.
Yeah.
That he was annoyed that he was even playing in that game. So then he went the whole season. They ended up being 8 and whatever 9. So like they had a losing record, and then he says, "Well, I had a broken thumb the whole season, so that's why I didn't do well." So why didn't you sit out so the team maybe had a different chance? I mean, would they have had a chance with Jordan Love? But like,
my stone is if you're hurt and nobody knew about it and you can't then you just eat it.
Like if a tree falls in the woods and no one hears it, like did it even fall? So like if he doesn't say it, then it's like did the injury even happen?
Right. Same with LeBron. Like all these things of like, look, man, if you're hurt and you can't play the next game, or Aaron Rodgers, you played the whole season, you fell short, and then you start, I hurt my thumb. It just sounds weak. I get it's impressive you played through it, but from the optics side of it, it's weak. Same with LeBron. Like you tore your MCL, like just go to the Met Gala. You don't have to play a game, right?
Yeah, you could probably just wheel yourself in. Get one of those like immobilization boots, find a wheelchair.
Wait, does he have a sprained MCL? Is that what it is?
Sprained MCL.
Can't you walk? Like I think he's normal.
Oh yeah, you could, but like he'd probably
just slightly uncomfortable.
Put an air cast on it and get in a wheelchair, and then you don't have to worry about it at all.
But you can't make it up those like Met steps. That's the whole
they can get
photo
I think they
opportunity.
can get them
You
up
don't think they have one of those chairs on the railing that like slowly brings you up?
He could have like an awesome cane or something.
For sure,
He's close
he
to
could.
ARP, right? I mean, they got to get a discount for him or something. Discounts on canes.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, Jim.
It just seems like a weak excuse not to go to like the Met Gala.
Wow, Molly.
Totally.
I have a problem with athletes like after the fact being like, "Oh, I was hurt."
Yes.
I mean, that's why I didn't tell you guys after the facts, but the reason we got 4th at the last Olympics, I was injured. The
Were
whole
you?
time. Yeah. I just remembered it.
What was the injury?
Bruised ego.
But like we all agree that like
a severe case of bruised ego.
it is like the biggest weak.
I can imagine.
The biggest weak sauce thing. Like everyone rolls their eyes when they're like, "Oh, I was hurt."
Yes.
You should have told us ahead of time. Because now it just sounds like an excuse.
Now poor Savannah, who does she go with? Bronny? He's available. He's not playing basketball.
Probably might not again.
Then you don't got to change the name on the card.
Him and
Just
his
keep it as
dad,
LeBron.
Honestly, pretty cool. Like the first father-son duo to play on the same team in the NBA, and the first 2 father-son duo to retire in the same year.
Right. I like the joke, but it does bother the hell out of me that Bronny didn't earn it. Like LeBron forced him to get there.
Hey, he took somebody else's
Ken
spot.
Griffey Jr. and Ken Griffey earned that opportunity in baseball.
Yeah.
And it's gross that like it's manipulated because now when it happens for the first time for real at some point, it's not going to be the first because LeBron manipulated it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I guess it's still fun.
It's fun, but like it's not real.
You're right. No, I'm not denying that.
And like Bronny didn't earn it.
No, he did not.
So like, and it's just going. It's not the end of the world. It's fun. We'll all be okay. But it's just like now when it actually happens, it's not going to be the first time, and it could have been cool.
Yeah, could have been.
Has it happened in
special.
Has it happened in the NFL? I know baseball.
On the same field, no.
I don't think so, right? I
Father
think
son would
kicker-
be so hard.
Kickers, I'm thinking, or something like that. You know, like
Yeah, no, they'd have to be.
I think like coach and then player. Like the dad is a coach, the player is like a son or maybe even a nephew or cousin.
Yeah, I could see that because Nate Tice, he never played in the NFL, but his dad, Mike Tice, was a coach. But I think he got a scouting job.
He was like an assistant coach.
Yeah.
He was within the organization. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like Bill. I mean, and I know that it's not a player, but Bill Belichick and his son
Coaching
Steve.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, I'm just saying weak sauce to. If you're injured, tell us when it happens or don't say anything.
If your last name is James, you've ruined a good name for my co-host here.
Exactly. We got Brewers baseball coming up, 6:40 first pitch. We'll wrap up the show next.
Listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Join Wildy and Tausch this Thursday at Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Hey, it's Jesse Nelson. Join Mark Tauscher, Jason Wildy, and me this Thursday as we take the show on the road down I-90 to Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Stop by and check out the awesome new location with more than 175,000 square feet of gaming and entertainment space, featuring more than 1,300 slot machines, 50 live table games, and a rock shop. Join us on Thursday from 9 to noon at Hard Rock Casino Rockford, a premier entertainment destination. Let's Hard Rock!
Ready to live the high life at home? Miller High Life is giving one lucky winner the ultimate backyard dive bar experience. It's a cabana complete with classic bar vibes, neon lights, and of course, plenty of high life. To enter, just order a Miller High Life at any participating dive bars in the Madison area and register with the link to the Miller High Life Backyard Dive Bar giveaway. Get a ticket to Dive Bar Glory at your local watering hole, like the Rail House, Nitty Gritty, Main Depot, and Connie's Home Plate.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Stop in for an express oil change at Fish Hatchery Road on Saturdays. No appointment necessary. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
As clutch of a player to ever play basketball.
It's Dame time on Season 4 of Behind the Bucks on Bucks Plus.
This year I was like, I need to impose myself more on this team.
Explore Damian Lillard's journey to becoming a top 75 player in NBA history.
That's what really had me feeling like this is going to be great.
Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker, and H&R Benefits Consultant. Find Bucks Plus on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Oh my gosh, Allie, did you look at Janet's roof? Ugh, it's like so flat. It looks like one of those roofing contractor commercials. Who even understands those roofing guys anyways?
I like flat roofs and I cannot lie. You other contractors can't deny. TPO way up high. I'm hooked and I can't stop staring.
If you want a roof that's worth staring at, Avondale Roofing is where you go. Your roofing experts for over 30 years. AvondaleRoofing.com.
Ben Brust here to tell you about the Princeton Club. If you're looking for a place where you can better yourself while having a wonderful atmosphere, you have it at the Princeton Club. Strong communities, strong body, and strong mind. All it takes is one small step to start today. You will see that you have everything you need in order to achieve all of your goals. Find your better tomorrow at the Princeton Club. 8 Madison locations where you go in there, you take a tour, and you realize this is a place for me. Find more at PrincetonClub.net.
Have you been waiting to buy your next home? Stop. Now is the time to get housed. What's up, Madison? It's Stacy from Bruner Realty. Nobody has a crystal ball to know what the future holds. The longer you wait to find your next home, the better the chance you'll be paying more for it than you would be today. Don't miss out on what could be the best opportunity to find your dream home. Contact our team at BrunerRealtyInc.com to help start your search. That's BrunerRealtyInc.com. Let's get housed.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Metro Kia Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
Well, I'm a Sally at a late night dive bar. She don't dance.
What are you laughing about, Matt Hamilton?
Like right when the music bumped in, it was like the artist was like, ugh. And then it gets into the
No, it's
Yeah, that was the producer sound effects back here.
It's been a long day for Primetime Warshime. He's Matt Hamilton. I'm Jim Rutledge alongside Molly Brown, Chrissy Birdsall with us in the Everlight Solar Studio. We are presented by Coors Light. If you missed any of today's show, you can listen back on the ESPN Wisconsin app. We're streaming the show on the ESPN Wisconsin app, and you can see us on our YouTube stream.
Highly recommend going back and checking out Ryan's A+ segment. Yanni or Laurel? A+, Ryan.
Laurel.
Yanni? Laurel. And maybe it's because, I've had to do some coaching to people. You can't start at A+. Starting with a B, like a double, is really good. Like, that's for rolling
I just
out
don't
a segment.
know how Ryan gets any better than that. That was the best produced segment he's ever had.
That's actually an
I mean,
insult.
he could say Mariah.
Yeah,
Correct?
I did.
But that was
I'm just giving him some critique.
That's what I'm saying. That segment, he didn't have to say Mariah. All he had to focus on was Yanni or Laurel.
And
he nailed it.
He said Mariah in that segment.
I said Maria first.
That's right. Okay,
Yeah.
you did.
So, like, my point is that, like, there's always room, like, to
Room
come
for
out,
improvement.
like, I'm giving him a compliment that to come out with a double first time with a segment, like, that's pretty rare. Like, usually.
Also, I think you're trying to motivate him to be even better.
Well,
to
it's
make
not
the
just
segment
him; it's
better.
all of us. I don't think we crushed it. It was
Not
a little
possible.
bit.
Ryan, that was your peak.
It was.
speak for yourself.
That's insulting. That's actually insulting.
I've hit
to
my
Ryan.
ceiling. I'm just Dylan Gabriel. I can't get any better than that.
Hey, he got drafted before Shador, so let's not
Fair.
hate on the guy.
Third rounder.
We'll be at Rooster Steakhouse next Tuesday. We're going to do a show out there for an hour, and then we're going to hang out a little bit, watch the Brewers, and we're going to do that on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. Obviously, you can come hang with us in person. Otherwise, we might work in some other social media to kind of stream hanging out with us and watching the Brewers. The Brewers do come up tonight, 6:04 pregame, 6:40 first pitch. The Brewers take on the Astros. The Astros, basically the Brewers, 17-16 overall. Brewers 17-18. Brewers coming off of losing the series to the Chicago Cubs. They lost 2-3 and went, a good 13, 14 innings without scoring a run?
More than that, because they had one inning the game before.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, they went quite a ways without scoring.
And thinking off of it, I don't know how many runs they scored off the Cubs starters because Shota left. I think he was credited with a run because he had to leave mid-inning.
He was credited, I think, with at least 2 or 3 runs.
Two, because there was only one guy in base when
That's
he left.
what it was,
so, yeah. But he didn't give those up. He had to leave because he was injured. So, technically, they didn't. I mean, technically, they got the runs off.
Did they say that at first or afterwards? That he was injured.
Immediately. Immediately he left the game with injury. You watched the game or listened to it. He immediately left the game hurt.
I know. Just throw him back.
Left the game,
LeBron.
and he was like, you know what,
didn't do
guys,
LeBron.
I can't play any more of this game. I got to get to the Met Gala.
Yeah,
I got sprained MCL, but I'm going to make it. I'm going to tough it out.
Is Shota going to the Met Gala tonight?
Not that I'm aware of. He got an MRI today, so he's only in the 15 DL, which is a relief because the Cubs are running out of pitchers. But the Brewers coming up next. We did have a Siding Unlimited poll question a little bit earlier in the show.
Hold on. You're not going to talk about the Brewers? They had a guy who had to get an MRI today, too. Well, Sal Frelick.
Sal Frelick, he did have some knee discomfort after a swing and a miss in the bottom of the third. He had an MRI today. Pat Murphy said that it's not as bad as they were expecting and that it's just a little bit of swelling and discomfort after the MRI results. Doesn't expect him to go on IL. So about as good as you could hope for.
I'd like to pat myself on the back because I believe I said on, was it Friday? No, it would have been Thursday, that when the Brewers were playing and Yoho gave up all those runs, I said he's getting sent down.
Yep.
And he was sent down.
He did get options.
You guys are all arguing against me. I said, no, he's getting sent down. He has options.
Maybe that's why there's the Pirate Packer fan. Yo-ho is pirate phrase.
Really? Because that guy looks like he's been around 2 or 3 lifetimes older than Yoho.
Yo-ho.
But, Yoho sent down. I think he'll be a good player. But, I was like, this is classic. He had a couple rough outings. He walked a bunch of guys. When you're a young pitcher and you walk people, you send them down.
Send them down with a bottle of rum.
Wait, did you walk them? Did they walk the plank?
Are the Pirates in town? Or the Milwaukee Brewers?
Yo-ho. Come on, Jim.
Yeah.
Play into it.
You guys, I actually watched some of the Brewers game the other day. I saw Brandon Woodruff being interviewed for 2 full innings.
Can I say this? Apple TV, elite. My favorite place, all due respect to FanDuel, to watch Brewers games because watching the game on Apple TV, as soon as I turned it on, it prompted me. I said I could listen to the local radio broadcast, and it times it up immediately.
Wow.
That's
so
cool.
I flip back and forth between the Brewers broadcast. I like the Cubs. I like Pat Hughes. So then I listen to some of the Cubs broadcast, and I did a little bit of national, but the Apple TV broadcast. But the outside, the only part that gets weird is when they're cutting away to different things, or if they're interviewing someone. Obviously, that doesn't match up. But the actual play matches. Remember
That's
the back of the
pretty
day,
nice.
people
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have to pause the TV and try
That's cool.
to line it up with the broadcast.
Oh, yeah.
That needs to be added. I don't
To
think
every
they ever.
sport?
I just don't think they will because those broadcasters are paid so much. I could see it being like an ESPN Plus thing or an Apple TV Plus thing or a Prime Video thing, but it won't be on the traditional broadcast. But it was really cool to be able to have that radio broadcast of the game.
Nice. I mean, the radio is the best way to listen to a Brewers game for sure.
It would have been pretty.
You watch it on TV.
Well, yeah, but to watch it and then listen to it through the radio's broadcast that definitely would elevate my Brewers experience.
Yes, I gotcha.
It would have been pretty awesome to be able to do that when Uke was calling games too.
Right.
That would have been legendary.
Yeah, and maybe they had it last year as far as an Apple TV Plus.
They probably did. I can't imagine that's new because that's probably easy for them to be able to sync those up.
I think you just have to allow the rights.
Yeah.
But why wouldn't they allow the rights? When it went to commercial, it just jumped right back to the Apple TV Plus commercials.
That's
crazy.
That was really cool. When you put out that tweet Friday night, I immediately switched over and I was like, this is a far better experience.
I texted my brother and he's like, "What?" And so then he did the same thing. And so I was single-handedly informing the masses about being able to listen to the broadcast on Apple TV Plus.
Thank you.
Doing the Lord's work, Jim.
You know, someone's got to.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But I did try to get to our signing limit poll question, and I was rudely interrupted.
That was
which social media rumor do you believe the most? Giannis is back with the Bucks because he posted a photo with his head down and arms crossed behind his back with a prayer emoji and or thank you emoji and a salute. And the Bucks took that off Instagram and posted it on Twitter, and Giannis liked it. So now Bucks fans, ixo facto, Giannis is back with the Bucks.
Different.
And the other one. Which now I can't believe this is so close. Rodgers was married/engaged is the other one because Aaron Rodgers was photographed multiple times at Churchill Downs with a ring on his wedding finger, which to me
his wedding finger.
But it's just the
What do you
easiest
call
way.
it? Oh, your ring finger.
It's your ring finger
But
on
I
your
know-
left hand.
I'm sorry, your ring finger. I was just trying to describe it in a way that people know exactly what it was.
Yeah, I
Like,
knew
there's
what
no
you meant.
ambiguity to it. This is the finger that you would be having your wedding band on,
Mm-hmm.
without a doubt.
See, there's like photographic evidence, and yet still Bucks fans are like, nah, I've been reading the tea leaves on this one, and I believe that more than your so-called picture. AI's a thing.
Right.
Photoshop's a thing, Jim.
And you also time it with he soft released some sort of serious relationship on the Pat McAfee show a week or two ago.
Yep.
Like he did tell the world that he
Said
was
I'm in a
serious
serious relationship.
I'm in a serious
He's got a lot of
relationship.
family stuff going on right now.
Pretty good.
No, he doesn't.
Well, that's what he said.
That's what he said. He said,
Like-
he didn't say family stuff. He said people that are near and dear to his heart, essentially.
That's not
That's right,
family
it's
to
not
Aaron
family.
Rodgers.
Yeah, that's a
Aaron
good
Rodgers,
point.
that is not.
That's a good point.
That is not family.
Maybe me.
Maybe.
I mean, it
as
could
a
be.
friend.
You guys did.
As we met one
Thanks
time.
for
We're friends.
clarifying.
Yeah. You're welcome. Do you want the story again?
Please tell us the story of how you met.
Well, he
Aaron
had to
Rodgers.
find me. He had sent his caddy to come find me, Molly. So
Oh my God.
I was a big deal.
It's a love story, baby. Just say yes. My goodness.
Like how long? Like I'm trying to think here. How like your love for Aaron Rodgers when it was a 10 before? Where is it now?
Like,
Be honest.
7.8.
Really?
Jesus.
Yeah, but it's dropped. It's dropped.
Why is it so high?
I mean, he was nice to me. That's literally
Literally,
all it is.
that is Matt's like thing. If you ask him why he's wearing a certain thing, well, the people that gave it to me were nice to me.
Yeah,
If you-
it was free.
Yeah.
But like
That's why I wear my Titans
I'm
jersey
not-
every once in a while.
I'm
Like the
not gonna-
Titans gave it to me.
You
How
said
cool
that
is that?
about your Golden Knights
Yep,
one.
Same. The Minnesota Wild gave me a jersey. I like the Minnesota Wild
Because they were
same.
nice to you.
They were nice. I am a golden retriever in human form.
We know.
yeah, but like in human form, and I'm not going to play this slippery slope game. There's people that you should not be nice to because they were nice to you. That's how we get into trouble. This is what happens. Sometimes bad people can do nice things. I'm not saying Aaron Rodgers is a bad
That's
person
true.
or any of those other things, but
That's
like,
true.
yeah, you can't judge people by only their actions to you.
People like me.
So far, it hasn't been so bad. Like Aaron Rodgers went a little off the deep end. He's not really hurting people.
No, well, I mean, some of his
He had
statements.
misinformation. If you believe what he's saying and do exactly what he says, maybe you can be hurt by it. But like, if you think with your own brain, he's just saying stuff. Anyone's allowed to say stuff.
I've
got 2 hours a day to just say whatever the heck I want.
He was a cancer at the end of Green Bay and with the Jets. Like, that's not great. You're an athlete.
Yeah, I know. I really wanted to watch him play for the Jets for like 2 full seasons. That whole 4 plays and then torn Achilles really put a damper on that.
He's just like the anti-Hamilton, and it makes me laugh. Like you're everything he's not, and yet because he was nice to you, you're like
balances me out. He's the yin to my yang.
I'm in a serious relationship.
This has been Jim, Matt, and Mike, presented by Coors Light.